Okay, party people in the house.
Pump up the volume.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are ours. These days are ours. Share them with me. Big black, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rockin' and rollin' all week long. Saturday, what a day, moving all week with you. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are ours. These days are ours. Share them with me. Big black, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rockin' and rollin' all week long. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day, moving all week with you. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day, moving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
Good afternoon, good evening, in case I don't see you. Good riddance to the Sevco. Yeah, this is Crackpot McDougall. Yes, we're coming here live from the Skoda stroke Mercedes, armour plated, tinfoil coated, yes indeed. This ain't no sound works. Here we go. Listen, if you don't believe in this show, oh, get the plug back in, plug it back in, stay in there. We're running this show ragga styly, on a 1 gigabyte RAM, netbook wired trimming, on a multinational internet, broadband, Wi-Fi, ripping it off here. Yes, everything ripped off of the multinational corporations. But listen, thank you very much. This show belongs to you. I'm just doing a demonstration there. Criticised for the lack of quality. So sometimes, yesterday I was doing it in Little Island, as I like to call it. A little refuge from the rest of Scotland. A little embassy. My Irish embassy that I have. If you don't believe that, you should see the state of the rooms for my two Waynes. My Waynes boys and then my two lassies ones. Absolutely beautiful. Little island indeed. A sanctuary, a haven in amongst the zombie nation. And now we're back here in my armour plated. Yes, I had to get it upgraded from tin foil from obviously the fallout of Sandaza with loopy-loo faces for the shank kill and where have you. And, so we're hiding from bush to bush. We're going from bush to bush, night to night. We're living like Colonel Gaddafi here. God willing, hoping to bring a nice little movie. We're going to get done by Kickstart. We're going to have, mainly for a few events, where I'll come along dressed in a onesie with a Neil Lennon mask, a question and answer session. You walk away with a DVD, maybe 2-3 hours, an internet bandpot movie, a question and answer session, a buffet, bring your own jelly and ice cream. So we're having a party and the GFT will be the open night premiere, and then God willing, somewhere in London, somewhere in Dublin. We'll be doubling and bubbling. You can phone the show, you can interact. This is a highly interactive show with a crackpot here. Sorry, I did go through all the Twitters last night. All the message boards, I can't keep up with them all. There's that many. What I'll do, I'll get my phone here for the Twitter. If you want to get a hold of me, we're on the Twitter. Is it lined up? Let me see. Make sure we get calls coming through here. It's not going through to a divert. Off. There's a call coming through there. The wrong guy. It's the wrong guy. We don't must be. What is going down here? Here we go, right. Stay there, crackpots. We're going to, you can call the show 0141 416 1888. Just making sure the divert isn't being put on. Because obviously the zombies like to bombard me at certain times, so I need to turn the divert off. So it's 0141 416 1888. If you're an alien from another planet of another life source, or if just a brain dead zombie, then yes, we can help facilitate you. We can do free character readings on demand. I'll read out the number slowly for the slow of thinking and hard of study. This is for any zombies who might be out there. It's 0141 416 1888. So there, put that in your phone, put it in your speed dial. It's a number to call if you want to call a crackpot. The show is now open, the lines are open. The subjects for discussion tonight: Charlotte Fakeover, any new rumours? The player that we've signed, is he in, is he out, has he failed a medical, is he in or out, shaking it all about? What has gone down with Finn Bog? Is it Finn Bogason? Have we signed him, or is it the Ajax winger? Just the reports the initial reports that were read yesterday, what I read yesterday regarding him, it didn't look too promising for his. He played a few games and he was injured. It was on the verge of a collar. He was called up, and then ever since then he's been a pale shadow. What are we signing here? So we've got no players in for the Elfsborg. Everybody else confident of Elfsborg? Everybody confident? Right, big shout out to everybody in the chat room tonight. So we've got Jamo, how you doing? Sean, PCI Pete, support your side at No Clyde, Toby Jug, Connor, Mick, Reese, Sean, the Celtic Hub, Simmy, God bless every one of you, Doctor, hail. Right, so retweet to retweet, get into the message boards. Propaganda. If you remember the Green Brigade, I heard a wonderful thing about the Green Brigade today. Wonderful, beautiful people, I would have to say. If I sound like a propagandist merchant for the Green Brigade at any point in the next few minutes, yes, this is a political broadcast by a crackpot, not on behalf of the Green Brigade, but just in support of the Green Brigade as an outsider, and I want to generate a discussion, and I will always try to take the middle ground, not because, what they say, sitting in the fence, but because I want to, get into a debate with people, but also I want to find the middle ground, because Celtic is a wide diaspora of views and opinions. We're not all Catholic, a lot of Protestants, there's Muslims, Jews, Buddhists, Rastafarians, atheists, agnostics, everybody, crackpots, Jedi Knights. We're a huge multicultural crackpot family. So all opinions are welcome, but we can keep the debate civil. The debate can be done civil, on a civil basis. You can phone up 0141 416 1888. I won't condemn anybody unless you prove yourself otherwise, unless you're a zombie from another planet and need putting down. Well, I'll do it in the nicest possible way, verbally, of course, in a radical pacifist way, nothing violent about it. No swearing, if you can help it, especially if you're a zombie. I know that's going to be hard, so we'll just have to, neuter your calls. But, so keep it clean, keep it nice. It's a family show. Yeah, the odd swear word here and there, as long as it's not a rampant outburst. I've been prone to it in the past, but to try and clean up my act is always nice to start as you mean to go on, It's, the odd swear word here and there may be alright, if it slips up. If you're suffering from Tourette, sometimes like myself, I've suffered in the past, then, please forgive me, and I'm working very hard. And not just that, but all my other character flaws. And forgive me for any character flaws that I've put out there at any point in the past. I'm just a mad crackpot. But listen, I want this to be something different from Radio Schneid. They've got their guests. Who have they got on tonight? Who knows? Who cares? Yeah, it was a Neil Doncaster. Frank McAvenny. Frank McAvenny has jumped ship. Anybody get Frankie Macca's number? We're looking for Frankie Macca's number. A call was put out for someone's number there just the other day. It's just the other day, the call was put out. Ask and you shall receive. And yes, I have received, God willing, I have received a wonderful number. We're just setting up the caller identification. So this is your show. So the wonderful bit of news that I heard about the Green Brigade that I would like to share with you is that, I mean, well, just from what a small snippet that I've been told, it seems something beautiful like what was done by, you know, the International Brigade, what George Orwell glimpsed just maybe briefly in Barcelona, where, you know, it seems like a real democratic forum. There is no overall leadership. If something is to be done, it's to be discussed in whatever forum or platform or a meeting, and it seems a real wonderful, beautiful throwback to kind of Anna Syndic. I can never say what Noam Chomsky is. Anna Syndicats. Somebody can come on and help say it, because I crack bottle myself. Unless I hear it, I can't. Anna Syndicracklicus. Right, I'm an Anna Syndicrackpot. Right, an Islamo-Irish Syndicrackpot or something like that. Right, I'm a mixed hybrid of crackpottery, madness, and yes, I went to sales school, so it perfected me in the art of BS. So I'm able to counteract some of the BS that these banditos project, you know, with their PR campaign. So if you're out there, continue that wonderful campaign, that PR campaign, what you did last night to invite so many people. When the show stopped, I looked, there was over 1,200 people had listened. Now, that's not going to happen every night. I think over 3,000 people. So for all those 3,000 people, God bless, thank you, every one of you. And every night will be something different. Every night I will try and offer something different. Every night I will try and get a new person on to talk. And God willing, if you want any guests that we can bring on, if there's anyone, the wonderful artist Cabby, Mark, the Cabby taxi driver, I've got his number, tried to get a hold of him yesterday, but many people I'm going to try and get hold of. And without further ado, you can give me a call if anybody's out there. If you're an alien or another life form, if you didn't get that number, it's 0141 416 1888. I'm just going to do a wee quick test on the number here, so I'll just make sure that this number is working, or the number that's flashing through. Earlier on it was a mad weird number that was flashing up, but let's go for this. Well, it's a double bonus. I mean, there's a free number they're giving me. It's a bit weird because I never ordered this number. I'm getting a number flash. I'm just phoning it now on my phone. For some apparent reason, it's given me a number there that I didn't order. Now, suppose if I select a number, so I've got two numbers. I've got 014 1888, and I've got this lovely Manchester number. So I've got a lovely Manchester, but I've got a London number. Now, where did that London number come from anyway? Answers on a postcard, if you can help me out. The lovely people here have given me a London number I didn't ask for. It's a bit strange. Here we go, right, so we've got Manchester. So it seems that when I withhold my number, so deactivate caller ID, maybe I've lost it now, let me see. Maybe it's all gone. Right, okay, doke, right. Right, cooking with gas, we'll run with that. That looks nice. So, we're going to get our first guest on tonight, Crackpots. Thank you for the good brother. And we're going to just take a wee short interlude. We're going to put a wee interlude on for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to pass thanks to the brother who's gave us this number. Well, I'll load his details up where the brother's passed us on. Not a huddle board, it was on, brother gave us it on Facebook. So I'm just going to go and get this off of Facebook. And pay thanks to him when I've got a chance to do that. And we're going to phone our special guest. Our special guest tonight, coming up in 5 minutes, God willing. God willing, our very, 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 very special guest. Well, that's if he picks up the phone. Will he pick up the phone, will he, won't he? I don't want any odds makers, I don't want any bookmakers taking bets on will he or won't he. I was criticised. I can't believe some crackpot criticised me in the HB for being 2 minutes late. Now, for yous half-wits out there who have listened to me many times and said I'll start a show, for 2 minutes late, me 2 minutes late, you might as well say that's me early. That is me coming in early. That's me coming in very early. See, I'm not a very time-conscious person. Everything happens for a time and a reason. I'm of the opinion you can never be late, because you can never be late. Everything happens for a time and a place. And being an ex-salesman, it's always the quality of excuse that counts. And so the sound quality, as I say again, I'm sitting here providing a service free of charge. You don't even have to pay your licence fee on account of what I'm saying. I'm doing this free of charge, gratis, on the house, a lovely service where we're going to phone half-wit McDougals all across the planet, night after night, different guests we can get on. You can tell me who you want on, I'll give you a name check, you can phone in, you can get a shout out, you can do a three-way call. If you've got a wee granny and you don't mind us listening in, and she's somewhere in Australia, if you get a wee uncle in Canada, if you want to do a wee three-way call, we'll tune in and listen in. Similarly, if you're a Tim from anywhere on the planet, give me a call and I'll phone you straight back. Meanwhile, we're going to get a bit of redemption. And we're going to get our first live guest on, God willing. Say your prayers, because he could be a belter.
Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation, triumphantly. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? Is all I ever have. Redemption songs, redemption songs. From mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. Got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
Right, this guy's going to have to work hard to redeem himself. He's going to have to work so hard here. How he's going to manage it, I don't know. Thank you, Bob. Here we go. Let's roll. Ringing tone would be nice. We have left off. We don't have left off, but not to worry. Another quick call.
Hi, it's Pat here. I can't take your call at the moment, but...
Oh, sweet. No. You may... Oh, no. Right, you never heard who that was, no? It's... Right, hold on. Come on. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. Stay there. Fingers crossed. Say your prayers time. Come on.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Pat Nevin.
Hello, speaking. Can't hear you. Who's speaking?
Hi, Pat. Pat, can you hear me okay?
Sorry, who's speaking there?
My name's Tom Gold. How are you doing, Pat?
Fine, carry on.
Are you okay to talk for a few minutes, Pat?
Regarding?
It was regarding the situation with the comments regarding Celtic with the BBC, obviously, with some of the stories that has emanated in the internet, has suggested that outside PR organisations have helped influence, obviously, BBC and other mainstream media sources, and it was obviously regarding...
Clearly, I mean, clear on the internet. I'm really keen to chat to some Celtic supporters clubs about this, because you can't do it really on Twitter, so I was really, really keen to do that. But what was very clear, I made very clear on the Twitter, was that I had no knowledge at all about that. None at all. Nothing, not a smidgen, nothing about any suggestion of... I didn't know who Media House was, to be fair. So...
nothing from Louis Boyle, who was indicated? Louis Boyle was not feeding you anything to say anything? There was nothing that came through at all then, Pat? No?
I don't know who Louis Boyle is. Who's Louis Boyle?
Apparently someone in Media House who possibly...
I've never heard of Louis. I'm afraid I've never heard of Louis Boyle. You have to try again.
I think is it Gordon Hay or even Ian McCarran who also worked there? I don't know, but the word was...
No, you still haven't mentioned any people I know yet.
Well, it's basically here the Media House person who briefed the BBC on the pro-IRA songs was a person called Louise Boyle. Louise Boyle, sorry, not Louis. Louise Boyle.
No idea who that is.
No.
You're talking about people
Sorry?
That you're talking about people I've never heard of. I don't know. You may well speak to BBC, but don't speak to me. I have no idea who these people are.
And I mean, so you can categorically say, because obviously I was here to ask you the questions, Pat, for Celtic Community Radio, an internet radio station. Obviously, I've seen your tweets before.
I'd love to come on.
You're on just now, Pat. How'd you? You're on
why
here.
did you not tell me? You should have told me. I'd love to come on. Why don't I come into your studio one day? I'd love to do that.
Do you know where my studio is, Pat?
No, but please.
I'm a taxi driver. I'm sitting here in a tin-foiled, armour-plated Skoda. I received death threats.
Don't diss the Skodas. I like Skodas.
Oh, the brilliant car that I've made my fortune on it, and I've retired now. I've had to semi-retire because of the death threats, because a lovely wee Francisco Sandaza. So sadly, I've now retired.
Tell me, hey, you're telling me somebody who understands not necessarily death threats, but you can get in there a bit of stick, particularly with things that you don't, you're sort of totally misquoted on or misunderstood on. They're more misunderstood, really, more than anything else. But no, I should honestly, I'd love to get the opportunity to come in, because the easiest thing to do is when you speak about these things and you speak openly, as opposed to, you say something on Twitter and people misread it and things like that. And it's kind of, it's just an oversimplified form of communication. That's why I really want to just, nothing to hide, always want to chat to people. And that's kind of what I kind of do, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not a representative of anybody other than myself. I'm a mad crackpot. A lot of people, tune in, and people will be tuning in. I mean, it goes viral on the Twitter. I mean, people will be putting it out there saying, Pat Nevins tweeting away. Basically, I was wanting to, obviously, to dispel that myth that obviously there's rumours circulated that people...
I know there will be. The problem I've got is, every time you sit and answer someone, either they called you a CU, whatever, someone calls you a liar, and you can't just... What do? You can just tell it truth and say what you know and see what you've come across, etc. But that's why I was getting an opportunity at some point, particularly in a kind of a forum that's kind of quite open, that I could do it in front of Celtic supporters. It was very clear when my position was, because it was very, very much misunderstood.
Well, see on the stuff then that you've, for that side, you're denying it, Pat, obviously, for the...
Denying what?
Denying that any collusion, if I could use that phrase, with Media House or outside influences, that on that day, did you hear Celtic sing quote-unquote IRA songs or songs that are would deem offensive?
No, have you listened to the half-time? Have you actually gone back and listened to it?
Well, you tell me then, you tell.
No, it's the question. Have you listened to it?
I have, but I can't recall it word for word verbatim.
Exactly. Well, it's a good idea, before you do that sort of interview, to listen to it. And when you listen to it, it's very, very clear what I said. It's very, very clear.
Which was?
We were told that we can hear nothing from the outside, and we were told that there was something of that nature. Now, my comment very clearly was, if there is anything that, I was very disappointed. I don't like to hear any sectarian singing, be it Celtic, Rangers, Hibernian, Hearts, or anyone. There was nothing pointedly towards Celtic that I said they were singing.
But then, can I come in here, Pat? Can I come in here? Can I take you up on that single thing that you said there, sectarian singing? What I would have to ask you that question. What would you, first of all, class as sectarian singing? Because one of the main bone of contention that Celtic fans would say is, what is sectarian singing, and what songs in the repertoire are you classing as sectarian singing? Are you talking about Irish ballads, about famine? It's what part of sectarian singing are songs?
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't be doing that at all. And you also have to be very, very careful with, when you're talking about things like that. Celtic or Rangers fans, I've not really any kind of bias.
From the bottom lifted, but my
Go back.
was made strong
Stay there.
by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in.
Right, yeah. I can't take your call at the moment.
Stay there, Pat. We're coming back. Stay there, Paddy boy. We're back live here. As I say, we're running this regularly. I closed all the pages down before, but it was too late. Right. Pat, don't be shy, Pat. You've been on once. Come back on here. Has he phoned us back? Right, stay there. We lost it. Sounds okay now. You're back now, right? Okay, that was just there. Right, thanks for that, Morgan. Thank you. So we're back now. So we lost it there. It was a total outage. Sorry for that outage there. We lost the signal. We're going to get back. We're going to get it back here. So God willing, stay there, crackpot. Stay there. Pat Nevin, nice enough guy, isn't he? We want to get to the point of the...
Hello.
Pat, sorry about that. How you doing?
I'm fine. Do you know, can you be quite quick? I'm on holiday just now, and my two children and my niece I'm taking care of at the moment. So if you could,
Yeah, no, Pat. Yeah. I mean, what it was, but we'll finish.
I'm being very. Before you go any further, I'm being very sort of honest and upfront with you, which I am with everyone always, which I kind of would hope would get a good reaction and a good response. Could you be really honest if I asked you a very, very clear question?
Yeah, go.
Would you be honest with me?
Well, hit me with it. Go.
Can you do that?
Hit
Yeah, I
me
just
with
want you
it.
to tell
On
me,
you go.
can you be honest? You will be honest, yes.
On you go.
Who gave you my phone number?
Someone on.
Who gave you the phone?
Someone
No,
on
just
a
give me the
message
name.
board.
Just give me the name.
Somebody. Hold on, Pat. Somebody on a message board who I've never met, never seen, I don't know. I get numbers passed to me from not
Would
even
you
Celtic.
understand? Would you understand if some people might find that slightly tricky to find believable?
Right, well, Pat, I was last night on my
So,
show.
okay, because I'm a trusting chap, so I'll kind of believe in that. But it is a bit.
No, Pat. I mean, for myself, I did a call to Craig White a year ago. At that time, only people who went maybe listen to a mad phone in it late at night would know me. I had about a couple hundred followers.
No, I know all about it. I know.
Did Craig White, thousands of people, and people on the huddle board, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and people come on and say, you know, here, and sometimes I put a request out, and sometimes people respond, and somebody came to me and says, here's the person you requested. You go and set my timeline, because the stuff that I'd read and the stuff that I'm dealing with, God willing, I'm going to be phoning another couple of people in Media House. Now, for me, I look at what's happening in Scotland. I want to try and do my bit to get to the bottom of a bad situation. Look, I want to talk to people, not just yourself, but other people who are more closely involved of the catastrophe of what's happened to Rangers. But obviously, I seen your twit out there, and I'm responding to stuff that's, well, in the news just now, and stuff that's tied in with what you said and what you want to get a response to. So if you want me to come back and do it in a week's time or whatever, 2 weeks' time, sit for half an hour and talk, all I was wanting to get to the bottom of, Pat, was was there a collusion, or is there a collusion at BBC? Obviously, you do your stuff with 5 Live. It's a different kettle of fish. When you do stuff, I don't know how much you do with Radio Scotland, or you're dealing with Radio Scotland, but it's a totally different kettle of fish. For an example, I'm persona non grata on BBC Scotland because I've got an opinion that might be out of the so now I'm forced to sit and do a programme and encourage other Celtic fans or other like-minded people. Well, why should we sit and be patronised by people? And I'm not saying you're part of the patronising, but there's other people far bigger at it.
I'd hope not.
No. Well, I mean, sorry, the line broke up. That I was trying to get to the bottom of what you classified as a sectarian song, Pat. I mean, singing Irish tunes.
I don't really. No, well, as I say, I'm not great. It doesn't have a great effect on me. I don't really care greatly, but I remember back to the times, you remember back to the 70s when there were songs that were, quite strongly pro IRA or whatever and things like that. And even then, when I was following Celtic as my first team, as opposed to now when they're my second team, when I've switched around with Hibs, I didn't like them very much because I just thought it should be about football, as opposed to about that sort of thing. But I understand the subtleties of the argument to some degree. There's some people think that, that organisation was a different organisation maybe 100 years ago. And there are quite a lot of subtleties involved in that. But there was, there are certain songs that are quite strongly sung, maybe not necessarily at games even, but I think one of the things I used to think is, I'm trying to think of the right wording. I don't want to say we, but sort of where I come from, we kind of had the moral high ground, as it were, for many years, whereas you remember at the times that Rangers didn't sing Catholics, so we always had the moral high ground. I just never thought it was a good idea for Celtic and Celtic supporters to ever lose that. And
do you think Celtic have lost what you would call the moral high ground? Then you have lost it.
I never really. Well, no, not this. Well, I don't know. I think that doesn't exist anymore since the days that Maurice Johnson signed for Rangers, and that kind of thing went away really because for me it was. Although there are certain things said and something like I couldn't care less about, that's not got to do with me. But, you know, that was the big thing that used to annoy me, that existed in that club, but it didn't exist after a while, you know, after that happened. So
what didn't exist? Are you saying... Because, well, obviously at the time when you moved down to Chelsea, you moved away from Scotland. I remember when I moved in 1990 myself down to England, it's a different kettle of fish. They don't clash you, they don't ask you what team what school you went to, you know. But just because you move out of that circle and you don't want to be part of it, like you've said, you know, you don't want to recognise it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And just because Rangers have signed a Catholic Mo Johnson, and now they've signed finally, after all, 140 years of the old club and then a year of the new club, they sign a Roman Catholic from Ireland. You know, so just because they've done that...
Could you wait for a moment for me to speak? I said, for me, it doesn't exist as much, because that was one big problem. It was almost... And I think many Rangers fans felt the way that it was seen as an outrageous apartheid. So that was kind of gone after that. And I was one of these people that always just didn't like, you know, any sort of bias towards anyone, sort of face, religion, colour, you know, all those sort of things. I was always against it. And as was sort of clearly kind of shown out in my time at Chelsea when I started the campaign against racism, sort of within football down there, you know, and was speaking out against some Chelsea fans, alleged Chelsea fans that were singing those songs and making those noises. So I was quite strongly against, you know, I just wanted to turn football games and watch football. You know, it's quite simple, really.
Right, well, see what you said there, Pat. Can I ask you, like, you said you were a Celtic fan before, obviously now you became a Hibs fan, but obviously you understood the Celtic singing the songs.
That's slightly misunderstood as well, which a lot of people don't quite get.
What's that?
Because Celtic was my first team and Hibs was my second team.
Uh-huh.
And I just switched it around.
That's fair play. Right, but
nothing particularly complicated about it.
No, not at all. And I'm not here to chastise you for that. It's each to their own. I mean, for myself, I've kind of half fallen out of love with Celtic, the project now, you know, a PLC and the way it's run. You know, I'm more of a grassroots person myself, and there's a lot wrong with it. I'll always support Celtic, but what I was wanting to get at is that Celtic, I mean, what is classified in Scotland as sectarian singing? And Celtic songs are banded in with, obviously, songs that are about up to your knees in Fenian blood and go home, the family's over. Race-filled haters. Hold on, Pat, I'm speaking. I'm not finished. I'm going to put a point here, Pat. Pat, I'm making a point here that the songs that Rangers give, their hate-filled songs, are completely and 100% different to what Celtic fans sing. So regardless if you think that there's not a place at football for Irish national supporting Celtic fans who want to sing because of their club was founded 125 years ago, of the oppression of a people who came from Ireland, almost similar to the Holocaust, what happened to the Jewish people. So if people want to opine and think, well, what happened in Glasgow 125 years ago, we cannot wash our hands and fail to recognise it. So if we want to sing songs about Irish ballads, come back to that time or whatever, how dare anyone say this is a sectarian song, and how dare anyone compare us to hate-filled racist songs that Rangers fans sing? So the problem that many Celtic fans may have with yourself is for you to say there's sectarian songs being sung by Celtic fans, when clearly we would say no, there's not. Over to you, Pat.
You've had quite a long rant there. Can you
not a rant, I'm asking you the difference between songs that Rangers sing and what we sing. And I would say that how dare anyone say that these are sectarian songs, and how dare anyone equate us from singing hate-filled racist songs that they do. And I would say that the establishment in Scotland and the BBC media, they would put it as it's the old firm and they're joined at the hip and they're both as bad as each other. Now, I'm saying if you're in that ballpark, and you clearly have stated your case that you're in that ballpark, that we're always bad as each other. No, I can't let you go on. You've spoken for quite a long time. Well, hit back, Pat, hit back. Don't say I'm doing a rant. I'll put a question to you.
You have suggested I've said things that I haven't. I'm not accepting that.
I'm not suggesting you've said things. I'm saying your background and what you're...
all those things you said there, you're suggesting that is untrue. That is taking an extreme version of a comment that was made by me, which was, if sectarian songs are being sung, go and listen to the tapes. They're not hidden.
What Celtic songs are sectarian, as you call them? What is a sectarian song that Celtic fans sing?
I didn't. No. Listen, it's not what I called them. You're making a point that I have not made. You can't put
you're
words
saying
into my mouth.
if a Celtic fan was to sing a sectarian song, what is it?
Now, listen, please. You phoned me up. You've got a number from somewhere.
I'm asking you a question. I phoned you up to ask you a question. I'm the interviewer, and the question I'm asking, tell me a song. I've repeated it since before I get cough. What is a Celtic song that is sectarian, please?
Well, I really feel uncomfortable using the words that were used, certainly a long time in the past that they were used. And it is something that I felt uncomfortable at the time, and I think many Celtic fans do, or did at the time, which was, a certain organisation all the way, if the, and the etc. Now, I just didn't think it was absolutely necessary to sing about those organisations, one side or the other, because I just kind of thought it was a football game. It's not really all the stuff about suggestions that you're making about, Irish folk songs. That's not coming from me. You're talking to someone else who said things like that. That's not me. I don't know why you're suggesting that I'm saying these
I'm not
things.
suggesting anything.
I'm not.
I asked you a question.
That's
Straightforward
good.
question, Pat.
That's
What is a
good,
sectarian
it's not
song?
stupid.
What's a sectarian song? You said the Celtic fans were singing sectarian songs. So what song was it? Was it Boys of the Old Brigade? Is Boys of the Old Brigade a song that's acceptable to be sung?
You have to remember, can you go back to what was originally said? It's really simple. You get really uptight and upset about
It's
something
not,
that isn't been said.
You come back to it.
Listen to me.
No, I'm
When I
trying
give you the word,
I'm trying to
can I
follow the
give you the
debate
word
on. I'm trying to
very
take
clearly?
it on to help you put your point across now. That okay,
Yes,
we'll deal.
and I can give you the point. The point's not more complicated. It's actually more simple than you're making it. The simple thing that happened in that game is very, very simple. I was told, as I think Rob was at the time, that someone suggested that
Who
there
told
was
you? Who
sectarian
told you,
songs
first of all?
sung
Who
outside,
told you?
right?
Who told
Now,
you?
this is given to us, and Rob has asked the question, what do you think if they are? And I said, well, if they are, now remember this is the only point we're on just now, the only point.
Okay.
If they are, it would be very disappointing. As it would be, was it Rangers? Was it Hibs? Was it Hearts? It's not anti-Celtic. It's not anti-anyone.
You're
it's
missing
very
my
simple.
point, Pat. It's
if
simple.
they are. Now, is that not a really easy answer? Is that not a very clear answer
Pat.
to the question of why it was actually brought up in the first place?
Pat.
I've answered your other question, which was you asked a question about Media House and various individuals who I have no knowledge of. That's a very obvious answer. Can I do any more than that? It gives you a very clear answer.
Listen, that's brilliant, Pat. You're going on a rant yourself. You accuse me of going on a rant. So what I would like to say is...
But I thought Mange was quite balanced and calm and relaxed and not going on to any other subjects except the subject in hand.
Right. Well, the subject in hand that I put to you at the start was that Louise Boyle or Media House, and there's evidence out there that they were the ones who contacted your producer at the BBC, and it was passed on to Mr. McLean and to yourself to mention that sectarian songs have been heard. So maybe, was it Boys of the Old Brigade or the Soldier Song? Asking you these two questions, keep it on these two questions. The two questions are, is Boys of the Old Brigade acceptable and is Soldier Song acceptable? Two questions, you can keep it as simple as that without going on a rant, Pat.
None of that has anything to do with me. I have no idea of this Media House thing you talk about. I have no knowledge of any meetings. I was
two simple questions.
If there was,
is Boys of the Old Brigade acceptable? Boys of the Old Brigade acceptable?
I don't really care.
Is Soldier Song acceptable? I don't really care. But
really singing it. If you want to sing the Irish national anthem, it's absolutely fine. I know the words myself.
But are you categorising these tunes as being sectarian songs? Because maybe someone who phoned the BBC was part of Media House, where Mr. Jack Irvin. Have you heard of Jack Irvin? Have you heard of Jack Irvin?
I have over the past 2 days, but not before then.
Right. No, well, he's been in the news for a while, right? Because part of Media House.
No, but I do. I'm afraid it's not something I follow. To be fair, the goings on in Media House or whatever it is.
But to be fair, if someone from Media House, whose boss is now got evidence out there that he signs these things, no surrender, and works as a PR company or consultant for Glasgow Rangers, if one of his employees,
this is nothing got to do with me.
No,
And
but
has
it is.
little
But it is,
interest in
Pat,
it.
because
It
you're
hasn't. It hasn't.
because you're responding to what has become through Media House to a producer of the BBC to Rob McLean, and I've asked you simple questions. And the simple questions are:
And I've given
it's
you a
nothing to do
simple
with you, but the
answer.
boys
Go
of the
back
Old
to the
Brigade.
simple answer.
The Boys of the Old
Go back to
Brigade,
the simple-
was that you don't know what tune it was, but if it was Boys of the Old Brigade,
I don't even, to be fair, and this will upset people and you call me a liar if you like. I don't know the words to the Boys of the Old Brigade. I wouldn't know if it's offensive or not.
listen, that's fair dues. It's not a prerequisite to be a football fan to know it, but the point that I'm making,
I haven't
Pat,
a clue.
the point I'm making is that there has to be a distinction made. That if you want to assimilate Celtic fans and our songs and our culture with Rangers songs, with We Are the People, an imperialist throwback to the past, you just heard it there the weekend, Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the wave. What place has God Save the Queen got a football match?
You have to stop from being an interviewer and you're starting being an answer again. Look,
Okay, away you go, Pat. You're talking nonsense. I'm not an interviewer, I'm a crackpot. I'm a crackpot here as a Celtic fan.
You're a really good one. But look, no, seriously, I've done really well for you. And I've given
You've spouted flannel juice and gibberish. I'm waiting for you to start talking sense, Pat. Talk sense, come on. I'm for the streets of Glasgow. Where are you from, caller? Where are you from in Glasgow? Whereabouts are you from, caller?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you. But look, I'm on holiday with my family just now. I've
Listen,
given you a good bit of time.
but
I've given you a good wee bit of publicity as well. Good luck with it. I hope it goes okay. Any Celtic fans who do listen, you may well cut this whatever way you want. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. But in actual fact, I'm going to have a great opportunity at some point to talk to some Celtic supporters and explain the points I've made to you.
You're talking
clearly.
to Celtic fans just now, Pat.
I think
Pat, you're talking to Celtic fans just now. You are talking to Celtic fans just now. God willing, there's Celtic fans listening, so talk to them now, Pat.
Right.
You're
Thank you
talking to
very
them now.
much. Now, the reason why I have to hang up, it's not being rude, and I'm generally not a rude chap.
Listen,
I've
I'll let
got
you
my
go.
children with me, and I have to take care of them. I hope you understand that and
No,
accept
listen,
that.
you go and do
That
it.
is an important thing. And do you mind if I do that greatly?
No,
and
listen, Pat.
it would be kind if you thanked me for my time.
Pat,
taking
Pat,
a call
if you would
straight away.
go on and shut up, Colin, and give me a chance with the deepest respect, Pat. I thank you for your time, your kindness, and I bid you farewell, my dear brother from another mother. You have a good evening. Look after those kids. Keep them away from bad fires. And I'll speak to you in the future because I wanted to get to the nub of other things like why should Rangers not be in the top flight? And obviously you've called for the Cheats to be prospered.
God,
But
how
we'll
long
deal with
ago?
that another time, Pat. So God bless and take care.
You've done very well. My congratulations to you.
Back soon, yeah. Get you back soon. Hail, hail. God bless the Green Brigade, Pat. Can I get a God bless the Brigade soundbite? God bless the Green Brigade from Pat. No, you're away. Back away and flying shack to the moon. What a state we see, Faye. Where are you, Faye, in Glasgow? Who's he talking about? Listen, I'm a mad halfwit. He thinks I'm an interviewer. I'm sitting here in a tin-foiled armour-plated Skoda. Just because I've been in the papers, I'm still a half-wit fan-jeter. I ain't no interview. God, he can ransom. Look, I'm sorry, I just ain't buying it. If someone is spinning me a yarn, he wants to spin there and talk his lovely BS and his PR English, or is it Queen's English or whatever, shove your head up your chuffs. Look, I'm a half-wit, no P's and Q's. When you're talking to me, let's lay it on the table, Pat. Well, here's somebody who wanted on this. I'm sorry for not putting you. Somebody's here's phoning up. I didn't want to get... Hello, who's this? Caller, what's your name?
Is that Pat Nevin?
He's no, mate. I've had to let him go, mate. I'm sorry, were you phoning in?
How you doing, Tommy? It's Hector here for you, Tim's. We had a wee chat last week.
Hector Bambector, what's getting down, my man? Is that you phoning there, aye?
It was me trying to get through.
Listen, I would have put you through, right? I would have done it, right? I swear I would have done it. But seeing the problem I had at the start, when I had the problem at the start and when the call was lost, I didn't want to, I was sitting there just hoping that it wasn't going to come up the red lights with a Spreaker, mate. So that's why I didn't want to take your call. So I was like, I would have, if I could have knew it was going to be all right, I would have done it. But anyway,
no worries, mate, no worries. Are you on there just now?
Live and direct, we're still going live now. I've just let it go there, so he's away look after his weighing. So
just you know the state that Pat's for Ballarnock, Tommy. So
Ballarnock, East End?
part of a scheme boy for the East End, aye.
Oh.
It was good to know that Celtic is now his second team, rather than his first team. He swapped them round, which is quite original. I heard that one before. Anyway, mate, the reason I'm phoning, today's announcement, Dunfermline have agreed on a CVA.
Oof.
What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I would love to phone Mr. Gavin Masterton, because I phoned Dunfermline last year, and the old kindly gentleman who's helped ruin Scottish football with the rest of the Edinburgh cabal, he changed his number, so I've not even got his number to phone him and say well done, because he obviously shat it for a crap pot like myself. But yeah, so
Sure, David Murray will have his number, Tommy. Keep Murray on phone. He'll give you Masterton's number. That's his mate, is it no?
That's what I was wanting today. I was when I found that I could do these 3-week calls a few months ago, I was like, I'll get Masterton and Murray together. But before I could get them together, he gave up his number. So yeah, c'est la vie.
So part of my question, mate, obviously Dunfermline have agreed to CVA, right? So really it was it's targeted towards the other side of Glasgow, that old defunct club. So how do you think they're feeling today? Know that Dunfermline could agree a CVA, but they couldn't do that 12 months ago.
Well, it's quite clear. The taxman wasn't owed a fortune. He didn't have a disputed bill where it probably will be proven that tax evaders, tax avoiders have emanated in Charlotte Square. Murray International Holdings have perpetrated voodoo economics to the highest, whatever Freemasonic order or lodge, whatever he goes to. But he's managed to get a fortune of money off the banksters. The people, the population have paid it and fronted it through bailing out the bank. So the taxpayer has fronted all his extravagant wealth. And I think we're entitled to keep asking these questions, that until these people are put in jail or at least facing a copper. Yesterday when they spoke, he was facing accountants and lawyers. Well, for the accountants that he employed, the mess that Scottish football is because of him and Masterton. I feel sorry for the Dunfermline fans. And I mean, it's no comparison to make between what they did and last one, because surely even the brain-dead zombies can see that the tax bill outstanding with the old Co-Rangers was the problem, no?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I'm with you. I think the Dunfermline fans again, their thing is with Masterton, what he did, and obviously that clown Yorkston. So hopefully what happens to them in the future, those two are involved. And I'm just delighted that a great club, I think Dunfermline's a smashing club. I'm glad that they're still here, still going strong, and hopefully we'll see them back in the top flight next couple of years. Listen, mate, I've got to run, but listen, brilliant.
God
listen to you in the Nevin interview. You like to flow with other band-pots out there on the radio, Mr. Keevins and co. So keep up the great work, buddy. All the
God
best.
bless. And yourself, mate. Thanks for helping me last week and
mate.
getting me on there, mate. God bless.
Aye, anytime. Okay, all the best. Cheers, mate.
Take care, bye-bye. Right, I would have loved to get anybody else on there, but we'll get Pat. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. His views might be a bit problematic. I was trying to get to the bottom of. He couldn't answer a straightforward question. At the end up, he says, he couldn't care less. But hey, he's been fed stuff from whoever. And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, caller, wherever you are on the planet. What's your name? What's your point?
Who's that? Is that the parrot?
This is a crackpot McDougall half-wit Fangita, Tommy Gold, a.k.a.
Oh, is it the man himself?
El Bampoto. Who's this? Is this the man himself?
Another El Bampoto. GWG from the Celtic way.
Let's get down, my man. How's it going?
No bad, me pal. No bad. How are you doing? Nice to see you back, by the way. Missed you.
Oh, mate, I've not been anywhere, mate. I'm just keeping a lower profile than normal. But anyway, what's to be said, mate? What are you thinking about it? What have you hit me with anything you want? It's an open book here.
I want to kick your balls.
Oh, come ahead. Come on.
I can't get fucking on. There's no sound.
You can't get any sound?
No. You banned us in England or what? Is it that dastardly BBC?
Are you paying your BBC licence? Because if you're paying your BBC licence...
I don't pay fucking licences at my age, good God.
What age are you?
No, I'm knocking on a bit. Put it this way, I was on the internet long before fucking...
You invented it?
Came on it.
I heard you invented it.
I probably did, yeah.
Along with your pneumatic tyre and penicillin. I heard you were kicking about them, and the old gas light was getting invented as well.
I've been on here since the old BBC forum days.
Oof.
I bet there's no many remember them.
I know, I was in the days before it was called the British Paedophile Corporation. But anyway, don't swear on this show again. Move on, Algene. So you're an Algene for England, you're living down England. How did you ever come back to Glasgow?
I'm in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
Formerly
That's no England.
Yes.
That's no England.
Well, it's Charlie Green territory.
Oof. Another Shetland pony. Have you got any Shetland pony? Do you know Shetland? Where's he fae? He used to sell Shetland ponies down that way.
Plenty fucking donkeys, mate. I don't know about ponies.
What's happening anyway, brother? How long have you been doing there for?
Okay, I came down here in 75.
Would you get
When
married
Kenny
down there?
left-
Did some daft lassie for Yorkshire take you down there, or what happened?
No, she's as Glasgow as fucking Panbreed.
Oh.
Hey, up in the best it is.
Hey up,
She went
hey
to
up.
school.
Need that hey up
Listen to
here.
me.
40 odd
Listen
years,
to
you
me.
don't need to come on here and give
Hey
us your
up.
hey up.
It's-
Hey up, Chuck. Right, carry on.
Charlie talk.
Aye. Hey up, Chuck.
Listen, my missus went to school with fucking Sir old Blue Nose himself,
Who?
Ferguson.
Ferguson, off in Govan.
Ah, she's a Govan lassie.
Has she got his number?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a red card. You're on a verbal warning here for Yorkshire. The Yorkshireman giving it A-ups and a verbal warning. How dare you come on and say your lasses is friends with Alex Ferguson? You can't even get me a number. You're bang right out of order. How dare you tease me like that? Yellow card for this man.
She's a good Tim. She's been to Milan with me, and she's been to Portugal.
Oof. What, for Lisbon? Lisbon?
Lisbon.
What, 67?
And the San Siro.
But were you there for 67? Were you there in 67, or was it just in the noughties?
I was there in 67, mate.
Oh. You were there?
Best days in my life. What?
You were there at the game?
I was only 17.
You were there at the game?
I was at the game. I've still got the ticket in the programme for it.
You're a Lisbon Lion veteran?
I've been about, mate.
My good
I've been
God.
about.
No, tell me, that's the reason why I'm asking. Hold on, just to you were at the game on the 25th of May, behind Jockstein, in the ground, behind the boys. You were there. We've got a live Lisbon Lion veteran.
I was there with my two brothers and two other guys from Bailliston.
Beautiful.
We went in a little Bedford Dormobile. I bet you haven't heard of what he fucking name at your age.
A what? A Dormobile? What's that?
Bedford
A cross between a
Dormobile.
Batmobile and a Popemobile.
Bedford Dormobile, mate.
What's that? A Bedford. Right, so how many was there in you? How many went? 3?
5 years.
5. And drove all the way through France, Spain, Portugal.
Went all the way, yeah. France, Spain, up over Switzerland. That's what it was first.
Switzerland?
That was going to the San Siro. Beg your pardon, Tommy. That was going to the San Siro. That was in 70.
Right.
Right. I can tell you some cracking stories about that one, because I took 2 Pratts to Edinburgh with me.
But before we go to that one, keep on the 67 in the heat of Lisbon. Keep with that one and if you can, brother. This one and obviously. It's the only day that I wish, if I had a time machine or anything, I could go back to, and it's the only thing I wish as a Celtic fan. I mean, I've seen wonderful things in 40 years and gone to see Celtic, but I just wish to God. I mean, I wish to seen when I was at that thing, the anniversary in the chapel, when I wish to God the 2 teams.
Yeah.
It was the first team and the 67 team. Now I'm speaking to your beautiful self who was there. Tell me whatever you can. Take the platform. Tell me everything about Lisbon, the heat, what it was like, how long were you there for?
I'll tell you what, it was fucking warm, mate. But for guys that hadn't been outside of Glasgow, going on that trip, it was an experience, Tommy. And I say to any young lads these days, if you got a chance to go and support your team, don't fly, try driving. If it's possible to drive, because you see the world, mate, you see the country.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You meet the people.
Aye.
And the Portuguese people that we met, don't forget, I was only 17 at the time. The Portuguese people we met, they were first class. They were all brilliant to us.
Do you know, I worked in Gatwick Airport, see, in 1990s. So this guy,
Yeah.
he must have been in his 50s or whatever. So, and I would come in with a Celtic. And the first day I wore a Celtic jersey, Glasgow Celtic. And from that point, I mean, I'd only moved in and worked there for maybe a week or two, but nothing. And then I wore a Celtic jersey, Celtic. And then he started talking about Jimmy Johnston, Bobby Murdoch and the team, and I'm like that. And he's like that. And he says he was 10 years old. I was 10 years old at the time. And anybody from Portugal, I mean, the Portuguese people, what were they like? Did they fall in love with the Celtic fans like they do? I mean, the Celtic go everywhere, all the people appreciate what we're all about, but how did that go that time there?
Yes, absolutely. I remember when we parked up like maybe about a mile, 2 mile maybe from the stadium, and we were walking to the game. It was warm, Tommy. It was really, really warm. And I remember an old guy came up, and literally an old guy with a beard and that came up with 2 bottles of water. I mean, nobody in them days bought bottles of bloody water. But there were 2 bottles of water and gave us these bottles of water. shook our hands and that, like. And we managed to get him to pronounce Celtic properly, because it was like hard cut.
And was the ground, I mean, how many, what part of the ground was, I seen trees, I was watching the game the other night, part of the trees, how many was the capacity, and how many of that was Celtic fans, and how many was Portuguese, how many Italian would you say?
There was a lot of Italian there, definitely a lot of Italian, but strangely enough, the Portuguese fans, I think, were in amongst the Celtic fans.
Right.
And we were presented with a great fucking anti-tank ditch. But I tell you what, it didn't take those boys long to cross it.
And where were you at the ground? I mean, when Billy got the trophy, the big bit of the stand, were you to the right of that or to the left of that?
We were the other side of that. The other side. That. Well, I tell you a lie. Me and one of my brothers was on the pitch.
At the end,
we lost one of my brothers. He was trying to go up onto the stand with Billy.
and see, did you have to get a ticket before you left, or did you get a ticket there, or how did you get in?
We got a ticket through the club.
Right.
We got a ticket. I tell you a lie. We got a ticket through a member of the club, through an old guy called Joe Gribbins. Now that should ring a bell with some Celtic supporters, that name.
I dare say it will. If anybody knows that brother, knows a story about him, phone in and join in. If you are that brother, 0141 416 1888. Listen, you phoned me, didn't you? Hang up, I'll phone you back. Stay there. A Lisbon Lion veteran have to pay a call for almost 10 minutes to me, the Sultan of Sting. I'm a crack, but I pay for my calls. Slap it up, pure mould age. Tisk. Take a step off the naughty step, you man crackpot.
Hi, Tommy.
Sorry, bro, I never got your name. You can make up one if you want, but what was your name again? Sorry, bro, if you want to give us it.
GWG, I get known as that. I've been about for ages on that internet, mate.
GWG?
GWG.
GWG. Are you on the HB? Are you on the, what boards are you on? Are you Twitter? Are you Twittered up to the max, or?
Got my own board, mate, the CelticWay.net.
CelticWay.net? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Get a plug there. CelticWay.net, get on it if you're a... And is it a good board? What's the crack on there like?
It's pretty dead at the moment, mate, because the old Facebook and Twitter is taking all the posters away, if you like.
It is, isn't
but
it?
But that board, we've had that board up and running since 2008. Before that, used to be on the Gallagate from the Sins Indy Tibertons.
See, I'm just a newbie at this the last couple of years, and I'm no man for. I mean, the fact I'm still with the huddle board after a couple of years, and I've done a couple of thousand posts. Normally I would either get banned for telling. I just couldn't get used to it and couldn't get part of it. I was always wanting to get. I just couldn't get used to it. I'm more of a talking person, but. Aye, so for yourself, come back to Lisbon if you want. Crack on me anything about Lisbon, on you go.
Well, as I say, aye. I mean, can you picture this one as well? 5 guys getting out a Bedford automobile, a minibus if you like, fucking Sunday suits on, 90 degrees, collars and ties.
So they were jettisoned right away then, aye?
Oh my God! And it was the old 60s, like, the old 60s stuff.
Aye.
The collar and tie, collar with a little thin tie and that. And I think we took about 10 pieces and went, what the hell? All that gear came off pretty quickly.
And how long were you actually in Portugal for then?
Just straight after the game, heading back on the road again, mate.
And so how many days? Did it take? A couple of days to drive, or 3 days, 3 days?
Well, it took us 3 days, 2.5 days going, and about 3.5 days coming back.
How did that happen? Just getting stocked off, celebrating everywhere?
Well, that, I see, but any part of the country we seen, like, we all really stopped and had a beer and whatever it was, a glass of plonk, got talking to the locals the best we could.
Brilliant. And actually being there at the game, I mean, what was it? Were you behind the goal? I mean, looking at the goal, the 2 goals that came 61 minutes and 85 minutes, I mean, it was a rout when you watch it. It was 2-1 going on, 22-1. I mean, it was an absolute rout. But at what point did you feel that we were going to do it, and you know you were going to do it?
I always knew they would do it. Mind you, when we lost the first goal, when Big Craig upended the player, and they put it in, like, I thought, well, we all thought, like, our heads went down.
7 minutes. 7 minutes. I mean, that must have been a real choke.
I know, that was a downer. But I'll tell you what, see, about 20 minutes into that game, we knew, Tommy, we knew that was our cup. Because it was just relentless. It was just relentless stuff from us all the time, constant pressure. And at the finish up, before we scored the winning goal, before the 85th minute, before we scored the winning goal, their heads went down because they knew they couldn't score against us.
Aye. But by the way, I never found out, right, but what was it going to happen if we went to extra time? Would it have went extra time in penalties, or would have done a replay?
I think it would have been a replay, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it would have been a replay.
I remember that have been. Did anybody quote that? Or did anybody know at the time?
There were no such thing as extra times or replays in them days.
So we had 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes, or it was going to another bloody game.
It was going to a replay, yeah.
And that's what they were obviously hoping for. I mean, was there any replays that had happened previously? I'm trying to think back if there was a replay of another European final, but I mean, it was only in its infancy. It was only gone for about 10, 12 years, and Real Madrid had won it, most of them, didn't they? So
they won like 6 times, hadn't they?
Aye. It'd be interesting if anybody knows that. I mean, that's what I was asking yourself at the time, if it was ever spoke about, you know, what would happen if it went into... Well, there was no extra time, you're right. There was
no extra time in them days, no. There were no substitutes in them days either, if you remember.
I was just a year or two later they brought the subs in, wasn't it? They brought one sub in.
One sub they brought in, didn't they?
Aye.
I mean, the following year we went on that Intercontinental Cup farce to Argentina.
Did you never went to Argentina, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't go to that one.
Hey, if anybody's been to Argentina to follow the Celtic, 0141416 1888. Sorry, crack on, bro.
I know a few guys that went and never came back.
Oof. Yeah, really, aye.
Still there today, aye. I know a few guys that had went. But
have you got contact with them? If you tell me you've got a contact with them, I'll phone them then. I'll phone them straight after you. If you get the number, they'll be on the phone before you can say boot your coup. Tell me you still know them, bro.
I think I spoke to one guy a couple of years ago in Baileyson that his brother had went and he never came back. Still writes to him, and of course we're on the internet and that now, like, still keeps in contact. But
see if you can source that for me. I would value that number every bit as the number I try to get. It took me weeks to get Pat Nevin, but honestly, if you could get me, that would be a coup and a half. That someone who went to follow Celtic back in '67. Was that November '67? Was it the end of the season? The end of that year?
No, it was 67, yeah. It was late 67, yeah.
Right.
For the South American one.
Aye. So that's 46 years over there after falling a tick, and he stayed there. I want to speak to that person. If you, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, whatever it takes. If you ever get a hold of him, if anybody knows him, get him on here. I want to speak to him. That's brilliant.
I might bump into him when I go upstairs, mate.
Aye, definitely, aye.
But yeah, I mean, during that time, if you remember, but when we played that lot, that racing club, I mean, we had scored the away goal, like, which in this day would have been counted as 2. We would have won that cup at that time.
That's right, the away goals, aye, but that didn't count then at that time, didn't it? No?
That's right, it didn't count then. But the same with substitutes. I mean, I've just noticed somebody says John Fallon was our sub that day. That's correct, yeah, because you're only allowed a goalkeeper as a substitute.
Aye, because that was just despicable that day. The way they treated that game. I mean, at Celtic Park, the first game. I mean, that was.
Well, I seen that game, that racing game. Yeah, we had an idea then. In fact, Big Joke had said at the time, this would be really, really hard going up against this lot in the round turf. And it turned out that way. They just booted us all over the place.
You've seen the conspiracy rumours. There was some mad daftwit on Radio Clyde, hemorrhaging whatever, saying that at the time Robert Kelly brought back a suitcase of cash, and probably the suitcase of lira, Argentinian lira, has helped fund us for the last 50 years. Actually helped fund the IRA, actually helped fund every pope and revolution in South America and Nicaragua. It's funded everything, that money that Robert Kelly brought back. But any truth in that mad rumour?
Nah, absolute crap. Scottish media crap, the usual, isn't it?
Of course, I know.
I mean, I can remember the days. Probably one or two of the lads out there will remember it as well. When you used to pick up that rag and read about suitcases of cash leaving Celtic Park going to Dublin. I mean, just a load of crap, a load of nonsense.
I know. And this is what it's all about. It's about asking Celtic fans who are producing the media out there. This is a new media format. Instead of going to Clyde or other places where it's about time that another Celtic fans should be doing it, and we are doing it, and it's brilliant, and developing this new media, you know, and writing the blogs, and God will, I'm going to try and make a movie of this, because I don't think anybody's doing that. There's people writing books and doing all this stuff, so I want to try and do a movie about it. But taking us back again, I mean, get back to that game, because I feel so privileged talking to you, more privileged than beautiful to actually. Thanks a lot for phoning in. But going back to that one day to help us relive it, and to relive that day, because it's the day that I would, as a Celtic fan, I think everybody listening there, we would have went. I mean, I went 10 years ago to Seville, and I never felt the heat. I mean, I can imagine the heat you're talking about there, and the heat there. But and then did you go to Seville as well?
No, I wish to God I could have. Don't forget, I'm knocking on like that.
But you went to the one in Milan. You went to the Milan and the Milan and the Lisbon one.
I went to the Milan one with me and the missus, and took 2 cracks from Edinburgh. And that's a long story. I'll tell you that story the next time I phone up.
Aye.
Oh, that was a barrel of laughs, that one was. But
Do you think they would win the one against Feyenoord? Do you think that was that just overconfidence?
The Milan one.
Aye, Milan.
The Feyenoord one. Overconfident, mate. Overconfident. They done to us, we done to Milan.
Aye.
I mean, we looked from the first half onwards. We looked in trouble with that game.
Aye, because I remember seeing a replay. Cause, Wim Jansen played for them that night, didn't he?
They certainly did, yeah. They certainly did. Midfielder, yeah.
They did the number on us exactly the same. We did that.
They done the exact same to us as we done to Milan. They brought us on and they just kicked our arse like.
Aye.
And you got to hand it to them. They're a good side.
Aye, because they ended up winning the next. Did they win it the next year or next 2 years after that? I think they won it 2 or 3 in a row, didn't they? Aye. Feyenoord, I'm sure they won it next year, didn't they?
No, it was Ajax. The Ajax will come before after that.
That's right, I get confused with him.
Trupp and Company came through.
I mean, those were the days when we were dining at the top table. I mean, look at that, 2 European finals, European Cup finals within the space of 3 years, and semi-finals galore as well, semi-finals. I mean, this was. Would you say that was the pinnacle of being a Celtic fan in your lifetime?
That absolutely, yeah. But hell, no, I'll tell you what, my pinnacle's still now, mate. We've come strong. We've proved every fucking one of them in the media up there wrong, and shown them up for what they are, because we're at the top table. We have no debt. We have got the cash, mate, the money in the bank. Our future secured for at least 10 years, and we're still building on it. And that's what's up with the Scottish media now. They can't take that. They can't hack that.
You're right.
They can't hack the thought of us being sitting there with the money coming in and the glory coming in, whilst their team is languishing in amateur football.
You're right. Yeah, because, I mean, they've been truly and utterly vanquished, despite what they say and their arguments, and despite the fact that they're playing there. You're right. We're now not in a different league, or not in a different planet, we're in a different stratosphere. You know what I mean? The old cliche, they're playing their Stranraers and we're playing Juve and Barcelona, you know what I mean? And we've never been so far apart. So, I mean, going back to the time when Jock Stein was there, I watched the goal, and that's when I started watching the final again. But the game where we beat them 5-1 in New Year to take the title in '66, can you remember that one?
Yeah.
Was that the turning point? Was that a key turning point in the fact that I remember Martin O'Neill came in the 6-2, and that kind of turned it around. Was that a turning point?
I think the key turning point that year was the fact that the signed Jock Stein. I think that was the key point, because he brought methods and training, different ideas into the club that is just unheard of. I mean, he introduced players actually training with a fucking ball.
And before that,
he did, yeah.
Before that was. Before that was just Kelly, wasn't it? Just Kelly, and there was no proper training like the way Jock Stein brought it.
No, all it was running around the track 10 dozen times and doing the press-ups and things like that. But Stein actually brought them in and made them play with a ball, made them train with a ball, which was unheard of in Scottish football.
That's just craziness. I mean, to say that now, that shows you the mentality, and we've no progressed probably from the methods that, because if you look what Jock Stein did, and the height of Scottish football came at the time. I mean, not many years after that, Jock Stein sadly passed away, Scottish football has plumbed to the depths where we can't qualify for anything. But at that time, I mean, if that was the backwater before it, I mean, it took us on leaps and bounds. That's extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. What other methods did they bring in?
Well, the trouble with Scottish football started way back in the 80s, really, because every club, and not just them across the road, but every club had chairman, even myself to that extent, that was greedy. Yeah. All they wanted was the money out of it. Yeah. I mean, players from Dundee, Aberdeen, you remember all these great players, and they were great Scottish players at that time. They were all sold for peanuts to the English. And not a penny of the money was ever invested back into the clubs.
And why was that? It was just purely because the owners were just there to pull for it, or not pull for the money, but to take the money, because it was their club and it was their profit and it was their income or whatever, if you like. That was their cash cow then, aye.
It was their ego trip, wasn't it? I mean, you remember yourself. You've probably seen that film, the Damned United, the Brian Clough movie.
I've no actually no.
Oh well, you want to have a watch at that. There's something in that. It shows you what chairman actually knew about football. All they were interested in was the image they created for themselves and their corporate pals. A little bit like they're doing now, isn't it?
Aye.
You know.
What's it called? Damned United?
The Damned United. It's about United. It's a good film, mate. It's pretty good, pretty well factual. And if you've ever read any Brian Clough's books, I think his first book had a terrific chapter in it, where he was rabbiting on and he says, now, come to the next page and I'll show you exactly what football directors know about football. And you turn the page, it was a fucking blank page. You know, that was true. That was true.
Moved on to another chapter.
But I'm going to say one thing before I go off. See all these guys that come onto the show and that. And I mean, we've got some terrific posters out there, some really brilliant people that it's not having the wool pulled over their eyes with the media. All these guys out there, support your internet, support your new media, because don't go back to the days when you just depend on the Daily Record, conflict trainer telling you what's what and what's not. I mean, a guy that gave himself the subtitle of the voice of authority. Oh. I mean, that says a lot about him, doesn't it?
Then look at his successor now, Sports Writer of the Year. What did he write last year of any significance?
He has been for the past 6 years, I think. I'm kidding, yeah. But don't go back to the days. Support your site, support all your Celtic sites, support all your Celtic internet media. Because if you let these bastards off the hook at this time, you'll have it for the next decade.
So, like you say, we're in the strongest position, and it's not about being gloating and saying we're better. We've now got a chance as Celtic fans to say, okay, I mean, daily the reports about Charlotte fakes and the stuff about the media, we can all see it's just say cheerio to them, and then I'm doing this out of the love of it. I've not got an agenda apart from, well, I love Celtic and I like to talk, and I'm sitting here in my motor. I've got managed to get for another Celtic fan there, Pat Nevin's number. I've got Jack Irvin's, other people's, and I'm wanting other people to phone into that. See what you've shared with me tonight. It's been absolutely priceless, brother. Priceless. Yeah. About Lisbon and go on, you do me a favour. Tell me when you want to go any time, but just call me back at some point, at any time, tomorrow, next week, whenever I'm on, because I want to cover. I don't even think we've even got a 10 for what I want to know what happened in Lisbon that night, because that for me is just, I mean, I can't even tire enough of watching that game. Do we shimmy Big Emil out in the wing? Tell me this, who was your top player for that night? I know it's probably hard, but who was the ultimate player for you that night?
Bobby Murdoch.
Bobby. He did run the show, didn't he? He was everywhere, I know.
I don't think he made a bad pass. In fact, I know he didn't make a bad pass. I've watched that game 1,000 times, mate, and Murdoch was just supreme.
Jimmy Johnston had his... He had a good game, but he wasn't like you said.
Jimmy pressurised them all the time. They were terrified of Johnson, mate. They were terrified of the wee man.
And do you think in games like that, like see that game there, do you think that's what happened? Like the Jimmy Johnston factor, like, did they double up in Jimmy? Did they fear him? Do you think that allowed Bobby to play a better game?
No, they doubled up. They knew all about him. And
that's what allowed Bobby to play a better game, because he was obviously less well known then, probably.
Absolutely supreme. And of course, Big Billy. Of course, the Big Yin. The Big Yin never lost anything that night. He won every ball in the air. He'd won.
He was supreme. I know. And even Ronnie Simpson was doing one-handed catches.
Well, I think if you look at the footage of that film, you'll see the Italian goalkeeper did that as well. Tati was his name, is it? I mean, he's a shot that came in. I think it was for Chalmers, I'm not sure. And it was a goal, Tommy, all the way it was a goal. And the bastard caught it with one horn on the line.
That's right. Tommy Gemmell played a blinder as well that night. When that goal went in, I mean, that must have been. I mean, I know you said for the 20 minutes onward and you watch it, but when that goal went in, I mean, that must have been just pure relief. I mean, what was a better goal for you? The goal to get the relief? I mean, probably the winner would obviously be the ultimate, but
Both of them, mate. both of them, absolutely both of them. Absolutely both of them. I'll tell you what, and after the final whistle, it wasn't a dry eye amongst all of them.
And you got on the pitch? Were you on the pitch? And where did you come from? Because I'm going to watch it again. Whereabouts would you done your pitch invasion? How many minutes? Can you see yourself on the TV, first of all? No,
no, I'm not really. I'm in a distance. You can see me in a distance.
Because see the one where we won the league at Love Street? You can see me and the one at Love Street running over to Mo Johnson, and then it's just overcrowded. I couldn't get there, and then I went to go to Peter Grant, and then he panned out, and then Jim Whiteley's mascara stood there interviewing Paul McStay. But and tell me, see when Big Billy went up there to get the cut, whereabouts were you then? Were you on the pitch or were you in the stand?
We were still on the pitch. Yeah, we were still on the pitch. I think my other brother was halfway up them steps to Big Billy.
and when did you leave the Grun that night? I mean, did you take any souvenirs? Did you?
Fucking 4 hours after we left the ground. We left the ground because we knew we had to, when we were parked, it wasn't like a very safe place to park it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
We had to sort of move it. I mean, we knew we had to get back to that dormobile and move it out of there. And I just can't remember. I mean, dig out all my old memories of it. I just can't remember where we actually went that night. I think we ended up in one of these little bars, and then like three, 4 bottles of wine. Although at that time I wasn't allowed to drink it, I got a slap off older brother for my go at it. But I'll dig out some of the old memorabilia and see what I can remember on it.
Aye, definitely. Phone us back, and I get thing me. Aye, definitely. Phone us back any time and go through it. Or get your memorabilia out and go through it all and reminisce. One last question, if I can. So, see that night. Did you leave the next day? Then you left the next day to head back. But you stayed in Lisbon that night.
We left late that night. As I say, we had to move where we were parked, and we went to like a little village, a little town, maybe about 5, 6, 10 mile along the road, whatever it was, and we went there. And of course, the people we spoke to, they were all congratulating us. Couldn't understand a word what they would be saying. They probably didn't understand us. But it was always slaps on the back and handshakes.
Yeah.
It was good stuff, mate. It was good stuff. Good memory.
Listen, thanks for sharing that, brother. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely, mate. I'll be back on your tail again. Don't worry about that.
God bless. Pass on the good word. It's open for everybody to share their tales and talk about anything. When I put the stuff out there earlier on, I wasn't expecting a Lisbon Lion veteran to come on and talk, but God bless, but I'll speak to you soon then, yeah?
God bless you, mate. Take care of that. All the best to the lads. Bye. Bye.
God bless. I'll finish. Look at that. 88 minutes. 88. From the heat of Lisbon. See, I'm sitting here in my tin can. I need to put these windows down here. I need to get the windows down. It's sweltering here in my tin can at 8 o'clock in the evening. 8 o'clock in the evening, the 30th of July 2013. We went all the way back 46 years. 40 years a car passing by. See, you can hear Pat Nevin wants to come into my studio, take my number, Paddy boy, take my number, sit in my car, give me a fare, pay for the radio show. There you go. If you want to get your call in, GWG, the CELTICway.net, was it Celtic Way? Not get on to that forum, support that guy. Brilliant, beautiful, well done, superb. What a round of applause for that gentleman caller there. That was one of the best calls. Sorry for interspersing and talking too much here. If you feel that I do apologise. I know I talk flannel juice and gibberish, but I was just wanting to try and get different stuff out of the brother there, because quality information. Lisbon, if you get, and I hope he calls back. I want to find all about Milan, the story about Milan. Get the scrapbook out and come on anytime at all. 01414161888. I need to get these windies down here. It's sweltering. In the heat of Glasgow tonight. Look at all the messages. What's going down out there? There's a flood in the boards here, right? What can I put on? I'm trying to find a tune here. I know what I'm doing. Here we go. The old ones are the best, right? Play a wee tune here. going to get, if you want to give us a call, by all means. We've had our main guest tonight, Pat Nevin's already been on. Where is it? Off the Popo are after us, there we go. We have to bail out. There we go. Right, it's not for us. Right, so we'll be doing a show 90 minutes, yeah, we're sitting here live, wired to the moon in a tinfoiled armour plated Skoda. This show is for you, You give me a call, give you a one ring sting, phone me, but I'll phone you straight back, we get you straight on air, share your experiences, talk about whatever you want. The show's went for a different turn tonight from the way it was advertised, but you can get us back on track. You can talk about Elfingsborg, the elves are on the way. The elves are on their way. Where art thou, elves? Are they here in Glasgow? Shall we phone them? Have we got a hotel? Anybody got a hotel for the Elfsberg? Mo Bangura, has he got a hotel room? Should we phone? No, I don't think we should phone. We might get done for contravention of UEFA rules. Contacting the players the night before a game, try to put them off. Especially old Mo Bangura. Anything I could say could be perceived as, I don't know, match fixing. You know the way they zombies were? They'll try to get a crackpot like me back done for match fixing or something. He put off Bangura by saying this. All I say is hello. Hello. The sheriff is hello for the suicide to you, ya maddie. And don't score a goal against us, eh? Gorino, I will not take you when you come back. We'll shout you Doug's abuse. I mean, seriously, what is that club like? If they play that boy, put him through that. I mean, he's got to come. I think Celtic have got to come clean. Has he got a future? Is he coming back? Has he got a future? If he is, then they shouldn't play him. And he shouldn't play. If he wants to further his career, and if he thinks Celtic can give that, Mo Bangura should do the decent thing and say, I can't play against my team. You know what I mean? But anyway, look on him. 400 messages on him. I've not even read one of them. I apologise. Right, so we've had Pat Nevin on. We had the good brother there from E-Tims, Hector. Anybody called Hector? Is it Hector Bambector? Hector Bambector, I heard somebody, who was it? I was after one of the Celtic games and they couldn't stop saying it. Hector Bambector. So yes, anybody with a name Hector is a Bambector. Hector Bambector. Although he has got another second name. Hector from the E-Tims and that good brother there from the CelticWay.net, I do believe. GWG, if you know him out there. Lisbon Lion veteran. That reminds me, there's another Lisbon Lion veteran, the huddle board, who I contacted and I had a chat with him and I meant to get him on before the Juve game and I kept meant to get him back. Then that Olsen Daza shit blew up and well, things haven't been quite the same since. Olsen Daza, he's got 500,000 reasons to be happy also. Right, here we go, over and over. We will follow you. If it loads, we're loading. Yeah, of course it is. We're here, we're there, and we're always there. The late great Tommy Burns. Hail, hail.
Over and over, we will follow you. Over and over, we will see it through. We are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through. Over and over, we will follow you. If you go to Germany, we will see you there. France and Spain, 'tis all the same, we'll go anywhere. We'll be there to cheer you as you travel on. You can take us anywhere, we won't let you down. Over and over, we will follow you. Over and over, we will see it through. We are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through. Over
again. In Zaire, you'll find us there, calling out your name. When you need supporting, you will always know we'll be right there with you everywhere you go. Over and over, we will follow you. Over and over, we will see it through. We are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through. Over and over, we will follow you. Over and over, we will follow you. Over and over, we will see it through. We are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through. Over and over, we will follow you. We are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through. Over and over, we will follow you.
Yes, we're back here. No noise abatement society. We don't need the noise abatement society. We're running a smooth, slick, crackpot operation here. If you want your burgers rates changed, slick radio production, then bye-bye, tatty-bye. I'm just a half-wit running a $20, $19.99 radio production with 40 bangers spent on the old Skype for calls to anywhere on the planet. And we were talking there to... Initially, what we thought was a mad Yorkshireman giving it A-up, giving it Chuck Green until he gave us the wonderful disclosure he was there in Lisbon, in the heat of Lisbon, nonetheless. The old brother there, wonderful, absolutely beautiful. And that's what I want to encourage anybody who's got stories, anything you want to talk about. I was put the message out there, we want to talk about Charlotte, the Green Brigade, the way forward. And what's happened, the show's just been took over by a guy working for the mainstream media with his flannel juice and gibberish. Oh, look at this, hold on. Who's this? There's a new message here. Let's see, hold on. A shame I never got on to reading your one there and you put off. Right, hang up, bro, hang up, I'll phone you straight back. I'll get you straight back, brother. Right, there's a one ring sting. Right. I know no show would be complete without his brother on opining. He's flying from his perch with his crackle phone. He's crackling. No other phone has crackled. No other call has crackled. So we're going to get crackle vision on now, right? The crackle vision phone is now coming. See that? Okay, what is going down here? Right. I was going to phone somebody, I was just doing some... Hello, is that the parrot?
It is, mate. How you doing, alright?
No bad yourself, how you doing, brother? You listening to the show?
Oh, listen, mate, we're no class. I'm not going to sell it with my cash and carry nonsense. Just for that chat room, as I said to homeboys last night, mate, I done a Charlie Green for the Mobile Gura ESC last week, mate. I'm just shiting it, because if he scores, my brother will jump up. And thank God, he's twice the size of me, so good luck to you if you take him on, I tell you.
But would you make? Do you listen to Pat Nevin then? Would you take his take on it?
I think, do you know what, Tommy? These people, Nevin probably is one of the few, probably like Brian McClure, who the great jockey, who are quite academically clever, you know, well educated, not like your average footballer. That's no disrespecting the kicks a ball, but I think there's been the great Robin McLean of Aberdeenshire, or wherever he's from, you know, there's obviously been a society in Scottish culture where we get away with the Atlantic, no taking covers off for the 7-1 game, allegedly, you know, we'll keep the covers on the camera so they can see the game and stuff like that. So it's always been on, mate. So it's going to be exposed. Obviously, the Guardian's picking up on it in private eye. You know, I was quite disappointed to see guys like Alex Thompson weren't really willing to delve into it. But you see, the Guardian, the private eye. So there's momentum growing because this is a bigger. It's going from football and it's going to society and it's general things that's happening in Scotland, mate. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I never got a chance, but hopefully he's laid it out there. And the way he kept saying he wants to talk to Celtic fans, well, there was a platform that miraculously he was put in front of. And as I said, I don't know who it was that gave me the number, but I just put the call out. People helped step up. But I never got to the part that I would like to. And as I touched on the end, that, you know, he's a defender of a group or a company or whatever they are, whatever monstrosity in the South Tide they want to be called, Sevco, we'll call them the Tribute Act Rangers. How can he sit there and say, bring them back to Scottish to the top flight? I mean, I never wanted to get to that bit because that's a bit that has to be challenged with these people.
Definitely, but I mean, you look at today, and obviously Dunfermline's kept a history, and obviously there's been issues in the past for them, but for me it means, as I tweeted earlier, Jock Stein's 1961 Cup final triumph. I mean, the great man, the football team died trying to copy him, and they went down the old government tax dodgers, and there's this brand new team Sevco, and that's something hopefully they will never even get to win before they go bust, is the Scottish Cup with Jock Stein's history, mate. So I think there'll be a lot of folk. It would have been very convenient if Dunfermline had unfortunately vanished today, and it would have been, you know, it was, oh yeah, it's the same as us, but it's quite embarrassing, and that's no disrespect to the people of Dunfermline. I mean, the only time I ever had a bit of corporate soup was at the fantastic East End Park. You know, my mate's pal used to be the manager there, so I get in there, I tell you, the old Fife Wags. I know Free Gellies in the chat room, I won't say too much about the Fife Phillies, but the Fife Wags out there that day, one of the best, Tommy, I tell you, mate.
I mean, I know we were playing the Mankey Mob last season, but look what's happened. And I remember, just when you mentioned the soup there, right, there's another brother here, we're going to get him on, talking about the soup, right? Hold on, we're just talking about soup. I had lentil soup in Dunfermline last January, and Dunfermline will soon be playing Sevco, but we've got our guest, an esteemed guest from the Drum Chapel. Are you there? Hello?
He obviously is, mate. Listen, Paul's phoning up, mate. I'll slip in the night.
You there, Paul? Stay there, we might have a three-way call.
The last time was free, it was in your tinfoil covered Mercedes.
That's right, remember that?
There'll be a
broadcast that. It's still on broadcastable, that. You're hung up on him. He's back, see if we get him back on. So what were you saying, Parrot?
No, just obviously that I tell you that.
Hello.
You're there?
Boy.
I can hear you.
What's going down? How you doing?
How you doing? It's a crack.
No bad, mate. How was your holiday? You back safe and sound?
Superb. I just wanted to hear you call just to say that you're doing a great job here, and I pity get a wee bit of tweeting earlier to make sure everybody knows. I mean, that was a cracking wee 2 hours there. Pat and Evan absolutely dodging bullets, and then that old guy coming on there talking about Celtic. Fantastic. Who would want to go back to Radio Clyde after that? That's all I can say.
Exactly, mate. I mean, well said, I know. Keep the message going. Last night it was extraordinary when I finished the show and I was in two minds about doing it, but when I seen the response, I thought, well, I can't know day one. So it was done, and that's all it's about. People, and I think the Rubicon has been crossed because everybody can see the lies that they've told, and it's time to just shut them down, move on. I'm nothing special. Other people, if somebody wants to do another night, get in there. Everybody should be doing it. And like the brother there said, back them all to the hilt and do whatever you can. It's about each and every one of you doing your bit. I
mean, as I say, I never caught it last night. I was at till later. I only got in midway through the Homeboys last night, but I mean, this is great stuff. I mean, this is what you want. This is what we've all been speaking about for the past year, 2 years. I mean, we don't need them. We don't need to listen to the rubbish anymore. You know what I mean? Because all it does is annoy you, and that's what they're there for.
Who have they got in the panel tonight? They're Doncaster, right, who's just doing the answer right. And disrespectfully, old Maradona, Machiavelli, a great player, but He was at CELTIC about a year and a half. How long can he dine out sitting in that studio?
He'll take empties though, back in Marker.
What's that, mate?
He'll take empties though.
Okay, well, treasure hunts are the cheap there, Paul.
Still like him, but it's no, I'm not interested in what they've got to say anymore. Not interested on Jock because you know what they're going to say before they even say it.
Well, of course it is. I mean, honestly, Tommy, I said to you last night, absolute genius, mate, when you get Keevans and Bell talking to each other, they didn't know who each other were, mate.
Right.
Didn't have to say anything. I thought that was remarkable. When it happened, when I pulled it off, I thought, there we go, I'm going to put this out. They're going to be on my show spouting who's the star. So I've got the 2 stars, the half-wit, dumb and dumber, dim and dimwitter, and there you go. They befuddled each other and gave us all a laugh. So you've got to say fair play to them.
Yeah, just another point I'd like to make where I was, you know what my feelings are on the songs issue and all that. You know, I feel strongly about it and whatever. And the fact that Pat and Evan couldn't answer the question, is Boys No Brigade acceptable or not? That just shows you they've not got a clue what they're talking about. Not got a clue what they're talking about, and it's an agenda-driven thing to try and stop republicanism at Celtic Park and in Glasgow and in Scotland. And it's not going to happen because we're not going to go away because we're not doing anything wrong. We're only voicing our views, voicing our pride.
How could BBC Scotland at 11:35 last night show Michael Collins?
Aye, yeah. How about them?
You know what I mean? So what if you put that on?
They've got to be shown to be. They've got to be seen to be. What's the word I'm looking for?
Partial.
Impartial, aye. They've got to be seen to be impartial, and they can turn around and say, "There you go, we showed Michael Collins. What more do you want?"
Aye, outrageous, isn't it?
Outrageous. That's the word.
Anyway, listen, I'll let Paul carry on. I better go and get my. I'm actually listening. I need a shit. I'm going to check the chat room here. I'm thinking of getting an old tap and taking it into the club show tomorrow and get Bangura put in the racket of the sheriff.
Well, tomorrow I'm doing a show. If you boys are on the way tomorrow, phone in for your bus or wherever you're coming from. 6:30. I'm going to start at 6:30 and do it all the way through. I'll take it half time and then all the way through. If the brother in the USA is doing a show, I'll be doing it probably all the way up to then. But for 6:30, I'll be coming on, taking points. People can phone in and then the live commentary for the full game sitting here. And God willing, you 2 guys, you've both got it. You've both got your tickets.
As it happens now, because I'm working in the Black East End and I'm just back from holidays and I never got my tickets. But I'm not saying I'm not going to now. It's still in the balance. But I'll be working in the Black East End for the rest of the week, Tommy. So I'll maybe catch up with you earlier.
I'm going to a boutique cafe for a Mellow Birds before the game. It's got fantastic Wi-Fi, so I'll call in Tommy. But I'd like to shame somebody. Obviously, the Royal Butler, Deco, the West Brit, who was waxing lyrical. He said he's in these shows saying he was going to be up for the game, and I don't know. I last seen footage of Jon Snow on Channel 4 showing him walking the Royal Corgis around Buckingham Palace. I don't know where he is, so shame him, you know what I mean? Pioneer and all that Totty munching fucking West Britain off in Dublin. I never miss a game. He's in these shows and he's missing the Sheriff at Paradise tomorrow night. What's happening?
Shocking, right? The call's out there. Declan, where are you? Where art thou, brother? 0141 416 1888. This ain't Crime Watch, but we'll turn it into Crime Watch. Where is Declan? Where is Royal Butler? 0141 416 1888. Right, callers, yous are the best panellists that I've ever heard in my life, and I know about panellists because I've been through them all. For tomorrow night, I want your results panel. What's your scores on the doors? George Doors, what's the scores?
Right, I'll go for 3-0.
To Elfsborg?
No, don't stupid.
Who's the first goal scorer?
I'm all like good OG.
Yourself, Parrot, who are you going for?
Oh, it's going to be 3-0, Bangura hat-trick. As I said, the homeboys, 3-0, you'll see me with I've got the US Special Forces Batman clicks that come out your windshield so I can glide across into the away end. I'll get my lift back to Gothenburg arranged, and I'll bid you out. I've got my blue and yellow pyro ready to discharge, and I'll be going out of the city. I'll be phoning in. I'll be in the Lassage suite in Gothenburg phoning in, Tommy.
And also, see if you can trial it. Is it tomorrow night when it goes live with the Wi-Fi? The Spy-Fi, as you call it?
Spy-Fi.
There you go.
No, I think they're having a couple of dry runs at it, mate. And so I think I heard Paul Larkin say, or it was Graham saying, when they do kick it up, they want it to be perfect. So I think they're going to have a 3-week trial runs with it, mate. You know, so
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here, ready to go. I'll sit here giving the live commentary for every crackpot and saying that we can't get any streams. I was even thinking of taking an iPhone and come and bringing a stream, sitting on the grun. Where could I go sitting in the grun? I should go and stand in the Green Brigade with my iPhone bringing the commentary. And it's crackpot McDougall in with the Green Brigade here. We'll take the ball on the wing.
Tommy, I'm looking at it. I hope this doesn't get you shot down. Do you know you could do tomorrow night?
What?
You
Don't tempt me, because I'm close to doing it, mate. But there's a stream on tomorrow. I think is it on the TV? On you go, sir. What are you going to say?
Don't one of the hardware shops down the bars, get yourself one of the high-vis jackets, an old police hat for Tom Shepherd, and a camcorder, and just walk around that park, and maybe you'll bother you. We'll just think a cash and carry hocus pocus.
I would just like to appeal to everybody who got to the game tomorrow night, please don't break the law, because you know what it happens, you can't break the law. Laws are there to be adhered to, and a lot of people don't like it, know what I mean? So don't break the law every day.
Paul, but you know right now that there's blogs for everything tomorrow night being written up already, and it's when the final whistle goes, these people don't go to the game.
You saying there's people writing blogs already? Pre-written blogs? Are we dealing with the succulent Lamb Brigade of the blogosphere? This is a new revelation here. We'll need to extend this show for another half hour. In fact, it's done. You're telling me that the blogosphere are writing their blogs before it's done? Could it... Hold on. Could I put the case against blogs the same way I did to old Pat Nevin, that they're being dictated to on high? Could this be a rumour that we could start here?
I wouldn't say it was a rumour.
It's a fact. We're dealing with facts.
There's more spin going on than you get in a Jewish tumble dryer, Chief. That's how I'm throwing it out.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
As bad as that?
I tell you what, mate, the folk that should have followers are the A-team in your cell phone, Twitter, right, and the boys that do the stuff. See these people that wear a suit and go to Parkhead and middle-class accounting guys and get 50,000 followers because they get a wee snippet of information they get the crumbs off the boardroom table and tweet it out. Absolute cash and carry, mate.
And the way Clyde is sitting at the table, mention no names here, mention no names, but if these parties are out here listening, 01414161888, before you get slandered right all over the place, these suits...
It's like Buckingham Palace, mate. See if you see the old movies like The Cruel Sea, where the captains get the pike system when he sends the messages through. That's the Parkhead boardroom. They just do the old blow, have a whistle, and it turns up at the blogger's desk, and the blogger goes to their respective pile of shite and knocks out what they want. If it's Provo songs, pyrotechnics, pies, fucking people stoning up, these synchronised fans, supposed the stuff the board can't say, but it's said for them, mate. Absolute cash and carry nonsense.
And if anybody listening needs their Lord's robes dry cleaned, we do dry cleaning as well, so you can just pass me an email.
Lord Strathkelvin of Parkhead. Who's Lord Parkhead again? Lord Parkhead? Has Lord Parkhead been in to visit? Where does he sit in the ground? Is he in 11? Is he in 111? Lord Parkhead. The Lords are leaking.
He's in the 2 grand fucking cafe, isn't he? In the heat of Lisbon, fucking mellow bird suite. Aye, absolute nonsense.
Right, I'm off you anyway, so I'll catch you.
God bless you.
Listen, I'm going to go as well. We've just brought this show right down to...
You're banned, that's it. You're banned for the night.
Right, I'll phone you in tomorrow night, get somebody, right, finish the show off, get me Edo, and he's in the
We're on for another half hour, it's been extended. The programme's extended. Use have lowered the tone down, I'm going to have to work hard the next half hour to raise it now.
If we Edo or Ernie phones in, I'll moonwalk outside Parkhead tomorrow night wearing a sheriff's hat before the game.
I'll get a rope and come for the top of I was going to say the Govan Road, but at the top of the Lord of Parkhead stand in the robes of a lord, and I'll come skydiving all the way down to 111. Right, if any of the crackpots phone as well, I'll put a Lord's a Leaping outfit on and skydive for Lord Paradise's seat to 111. Is it skydive or abseiling? Fuck it, I'll do both of them at the one time.
Yeah, as long as it's no muff diving. This is a family show,
Oh,
Chief. And then
you're banned, that's it. You're out of here. Red card, send aye. See you tomorrow.
I'll catch you later, Trips.
Paul, God bless. Thanks for phoning, mate.
Hey, bother, he'll keep it going, Tommy. Brilliant stuff.
God bless, mate. Keep it Republican.
Oh, there are.
Oh, it's it. Oh, focus, focus, focus. Get them chasing. They can waterboard me till within an inch of my life. I'll never lose my republicanism. Michael Davitt, the turf of Celtic Park from Donegal. Donegal turf. The blood, sweat and tears of Irish people. Not all Irish nationalists, not all Irish Catholics, Irish Protestants, Irish atheists. You know, it wasn't about, it's not, and it never has been about Roman Catholicism, Celtic. Yes, the founders may have, been Jesuit priests, may have been members of the faith, but it's never been about that. It's about recognising the fact of, well, for me anyway, recognising the fact that, well, as I say, my house, Little Island, as I said at the start, embassy as I call it, for my mum's Little Island, where my granda, God rest him, my granny from Ballinrobe, our family came from Ballinrobe, my granda from Ardoyne, my mum, God rest him, my granny and granda, but my mum's still living in the wee island home there. You know, that was my wee branch of place of peace and solitude of, you know, away from a mad, mad world where love and peace and tranquility descended upon my family life, where I was taught all the fine things, playing the piano. My wee granny would be trying to get me to do Beethoven and Mozart when I'm doing it. Boys of the Old Brigade. Yes, indeed. So, Pat and Evan, I just wanted to get, I was trying to get to the question. I did try to get it there and try to get him just to get it on the line. What is it? He couldn't, as Paul said there, he couldn't even give me a simple answer. I should have said Charlotte Fakeover gave me the number, but never mind. Hold on, I've got a number here. I'm just about to pull this number out here. This is related because when I was, let me see, come on. Right, stay there, crackpots. Yes, we've went into overtime, went into extra time. They didn't make it into extra time in Lisbon, but we've just took it into another. Oof, there the seagulls fly. Right, stay there, we're going to get somebody on here, we need to get them on, right. So we've into overdrive, look at this, man. That'll be a good one, I've lost the number, where is it? No, too far down there. Right, let's see what we will see. So yes, I've myself, so we're extending this here. Hopefully you have enjoyed the show. Parrot seemed to enjoy it, Polly seemed to enjoy it. That's the main thing, as long as you're out there enjoying it. Tell 10 to tell 10, retweet to retweet, it's an alternative. From my good brother, Eddie Martin, sadly passed away, said Tommy. And when I was doing that show last night, I had them there, you know, people phoning in. He said that people will phone in. And the Parrot saying, look, let the idiots go in Clyde, don't phone them in. And it's led to that now. And I became sick of it. And what I do when I become sick of it, let's do something else. Let's be creative. As human beings, we're all creative people. So that, it's nothing special really. I'm not Polly saying I'm doing a wonderful job, but people pass me numbers. Somebody passed me that number, and God bless my brother. As I said, you'll need to waterboard me within an inch of my life. But it was Charlotte Fakeover who gave me it. I don't know. Is the truth the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Pat and Evan, I gave you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. A number was given to me once in person by a person live, not on the internet, and that was the Francisco Sandazzo. Try to think of other ones that have been given face to face for people I know. Yeah, but this one, this could be anybody. I've never even seen him before. On Facebook, just come to me, boom. And it wasn't a name like, Hector Bambector. It was just a made up one, like mine, Sack Clyde Tuesday. Tomorrow, live commentary. Stay there. or something here. This might be Kevin. Do this. Stay there.
Hello.
Hello, is that Louise Boyle from Media House?
Who's calling?
My name's Tom Gold.
Who, sorry?
My name's Tom Gold.
Huh?
Yeah. Hi, is it yourself that works for Media House?
Yep.
Yeah, no problem at all. I spoke to Jack Irvin yesterday. It was himself that passed it on to we're doing we're trying to do an investigation as to some of the stuff that has come out with the Charlotte fakeover. I don't know if you're aware of some of the stuff. And I've just spoke to Pat Nevin, who obviously works for the BBC. Was it yourself that passed over the information to the BBC producer regards so-called sectarian singing at the Celtic game? Do you remember at Hampden?
I'm sorry, I'm not speaking to you.
Why not? Not speaking to... No, the reason why, I'm an investigative crackpot and I've been passed your number and I believe it was you. It was you, Ms. Boyle, who doesn't want to speak to me. Yes, she works for Media House and I can exclusively reveal with her hanging there that it was her who passed this information on, working on behalf of Mr. No Surrender, Jack Irvin. I better go, David, because it's Minneapolis calling here. Even better, he's on holiday.
Hello?
Hi, I'm wanting to speak to Gordon Hay, please.
Hello?
Hi, Gordon. Is it yourself who works for Media
Yes.
House?
Sorry, say that again?
Is it yourself, Gordon Hay, who works for Media House?
Never worked for Media House, no.
Oh, you didn't know?
Did not, sorry, wrong number.
All right. Is it Gordon Hay, aye?
Who's calling?
My name's Tom Gold.
Never worked for Media House, sorry about that.
All right. Do you work for you work for a newspaper, yeah?
Don't work for a newspaper either, no.
No, I mean, I got something wrong. Sorry about this, my wires have been crossed here. I beg your pardon, kind sir. Take care.
Right.
Right. Was that Gordon Hay? Who's Gordon Hay? Crack McDougall that's helped me out here. Who's going down with him? Right, stay there. Stay for my phone this number. Right, aye. Right, let's go for this. He didn't need to pick up earlier on. Black Ops advice given earlier on for this one. I never get a chance to do it, but hold on, before I do it, we need to mute it because in case it goes straight to the answer machine. Stay there, we don't want to hear.
Hello.
She's got it out there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right, we'll move on. Onwards and upwards. Right, stay there, crackpot. Stay there. We've got other numbers. Other numbers. Where are we going? Scroll. Right, stay there, crackpots. So yes, we're trying to get to the bottom of Media House. And that lady there was allegedly the person who passed on from Media House to BBC. What was the contact? The question I wanted to ask was, who was your contact to the BBC? Who did you phone up and say there's been pro-IRA songs? Pro-IRA songs have been sung. Pro-IRA songs. Oh, is that right? Why don't you want to talk to me? What have I done? I'm just a half-wit investigative journalist. Would-be, I have to say. A would-be. Well, somebody's got to be a would-be, because all the ones who are supposed to be aren't they doing it? If you're not supposed to do it, then bye-bye.
Hello, you've reached Lewis Boyle's voicemail, and please leave a message after.
Lewis Boyle. There we go, Lewis Boyle. Right. Oof. I never seen this one. Oh, where are you going? Oh! I didn't know that. You should have put it out there. The way you've got that tweet going. Yeah, stupid. Sorry, I'm just having a conversation with somebody who's meant... Well, I'm a crackpot. I'm having a conversation with a Twitter page here now, right? This is how demented I am. How am I meant to know? He was one for him. I didn't know. Look how many numbers coming out my ears here. Don't know if my memes were bombed me. Look how many numbers here. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you're listening. Here. Jonathan, Swansea, what's happening, my man? Yeah, we're live and direct, mate. We're doing a football phone-in. We've been extended, and I'm just getting another 20 minutes of calls. How can I help you now, brother? Tell me very quickly. Make it quick if you can.
I've got proof that Richard Branson is a Freemason.
Oof. Right, well, we'll have to take this in another show. Is it anything to do with football, caller? Is he a Rangers fan? Has he been seen in Edmondson Drive, or is Celtic going to sign him? If you don't answer that, yeah, you're banned for wasting our time now, because we're not a conspiracy show right now, Jonathan. But tell me.
Celtic will get through. They'll win this game. They'll win the next qualifying round, and they'll get through to the group stage.
What's your name, Stephen the Ostrich? Are you been seen into the future? Are you an oracle reader? What is going down, Jonathan? Tell me very quickly. This seems... Stay there and I'll phone you back, you mad. You can't come on this radio station and hit out with radio... Mad Tim, I'm telling you. He might sound a Welshman, mad as a brag of nails, mad as a brush with no head, but that's like me, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to hold that against him. So he can't come on here in the middle of me phoning all halfway. So where is his number? Right, who wants to hear, right? I don't care if you don't, right? He's outvoted, I've outvoted yous. We're taking an intermission here, from the football. We need to find out about it. We can't put a teaser like that. Richard Branson, a Freemason. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Who'd have thunk it? So we moved to Pat Nevin, to Richard Branson, Freemasonry. We've joined up the north, the west, the south of Glasgow. East Swansea.
Hello?
The East Swansea CSC, Celtic Brigade. So, Jonathan, I'll give you 2 minutes because we're on the chase down of all the skullduggerers who've killed Scottish football. So give us 2 minutes, 3 minutes if you need, 4 if you have a push. Richard Branson, go. What did he do? How did you find out?
I'm confident that Celtic will win the next qualifying round. They'll get through to the Champions League group stage, but they'll unfortunately finish third in their group. However, that will be enough for them to qualify for the Europa League. I believe that Celtic could get to the round of 32, perhaps, not the round of 32, the round of 16, perhaps the round of 8. So Celtic
normally
will
the
have...
quarter-finals are the last 16 to you and I. But anyway, we'll really go all the way to the semi-finals. But never mind, Jonathan, we'll beg to enough. We're on the way to Lisbon. Lisbon is where the Champions League's finals being played, so until proven otherwise, we're dreaming about Lisbon. But give us Richard Branson, Jonathan.
I was looking at a YouTube video earlier today for a video game that was released back in '97, and there was an ident for Virgin's Games division, and the ident was a single eye that took up the entire screen, and this eye had satanic and Freemasonic symbols such as the triangle, which we know represents the pyramid, but also a cross inside a circle, which, according to YouTube user Gorilla199, is a satanic symbol related to the Antichrist and Alexander the Accursed.
Stay there. I'll phone you back. Try and get to somewhere in a better position, Jonathan. We're losing it. Stay there. We'll get him back. We're getting him back. We're into overtime here. Jonathan is hitting us out here with us. Oof. Some lad. He was on the other night there giving it all day.
Hello?
Yeah, crack on you go.
Yes, so from that, now the company in question, Virgin Interactive, are no longer a going concern, but the Virgin brand is, And Richard Branson, as we all know, is a billionaire with connections to the establishment. He almost got the contract to run the National Lottery back in 2001. We all know that he was approached by one of the providers for Camelot with a bribe, and that this person who was in charge of this American company lost the court case. So Richard Branson is connected with all the right people, and that ident for a video game wouldn't be possible unless there was some kind of connection between Richard Branson and his companies and the Freemasonic New World Order conspiracy.
That's wonderful. Right, Jonathan, the egg timer is on, the clock is on, a minute. Give me your best in a minute then, and then we'll have to part ways because we've got crackpots here. We've only got another 15 minutes to phone people legally. So hit us with it for a minute.
Okay, also another thing come up about Gary McKinnon. Very quickly, the reason the Americans wanted him was because when McKinnon hacked into the NASA database, he discovered a list of what he termed non-terrestrial personnel who were not recorded on any other database system in the world except NASA. And also he discovered a manifest of ship-to-ship transfers. Now, these two databases hidden at NASA would suggest that NASA is in contact with extraterrestrial beings, or that the Freemasonic New World Order cabal is actually in the service of extraterrestrial beings. And this is according to what Gary McKinnon discovered when he hacked into the NASA computer systems. And that's why the Americans wanted him so badly. They wanted to know what names he saw on that manifest and whether any of them had been compromised by his hacking.
Brilliant, beautiful. Right, with that, Jonathan, what a wonderful interlude. And you can hear Jonathan with me when we do late night shows. We've done it late on a Thursday night when we do conspiracy. So the conspiracy hour, we'll resurrect that because it's always should be a part. I mean, I'm a mad conspiracy theorist, Jonathan, but you take it to new levels. You're out there, you're doing it, you're leading the way now. God bless you, brother. Thank you very much.
You too. Bye.
Jonathan Swadges, phone me anytime, mate. God bless. There we go. So it's 01414161888, 01414161888. That's a number for a half-wit, that's a number for a crackpot. You can give me a call. This is your show. We take all creeds, all kinds, all comers. Roll up, you'll not get a better radio show this side of Kathmandu. If you do, I'm the Bishop of Cock. I will abseil across. Here we go. Who's this? Get this right now. Quick phone up. Hang up. Off day. Night. Yes, we're all over this like a bad smell. We ain't letting them up.
Reached Tom Trusted Mobile. Please leave your name and number after the tone and we'll get back to you. Thank you.
I don't know what to phone to say, man. Okay, away you go. I don't want to phone. What's happened there? What did you give me? That was it. Right, hold on. What number? Tell me the number I put there. Tell me what I was going to say, man. Hold on a minute. We may have a bit of a problem here. Yes, indeed. Houston, we have a problem. What have I done? What have I done? Why am I phoning her back? Aye. Aye, wait a minute. What have you gave me here? What was the name of there? You gave. I've got here. That is your man. Aye. Let's see. Deactivate. If I deactivate it, then that puts the London number up, doesn't it? Let's change number, put a mobile up. Sorry, 2 seconds. Right, we're into overtime here. We're into overtime. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. We're sweltering here in my wee tin can. The tin can is sweltering time. Get the windies down. De-steamify the motor. Right, we're sitting, no, the motor, we're no steaming in the motor, we're no steaming. Any zombies that heard that there, don't get confused. I know your brain cells are going into overdrive. We ain't steaming the motor. It's steamed up in the motor, but we ain't steaming in the motor. Ackle Island, Islam, CSC, all the way.
You've reached Tom Cassidy's mobile. Please leave your name.
Did that sound like the girl who was there earlier on? Sounded like it to me, did it not? I think I've just had a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So, right, I'm getting too many numbers. Who's this now? Who's this? What's him? Wolf? Right, neither they are. Let's see. I've got. I want to do more information on him. I need to do more information on him. I'll come back to you. I need more information. So you need to fill me with more data. I need more data. Right. You heard that, man? That freaked her right out, didn't it? But you can tell something's not right there. I put the straight question and she freaked out. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I'm away. You hit the nail on the head. It was me. It was you. Sent by. No surrender. No surrender, Jack. I got your number, Jackie boy. Oh, here. Who else is phoning me off? Let's call it. That's alright. Everything's froze up here, crackpots. Oh, there we go. It's unfroze. We're unfroze. Right, so thank you for joining me here tonight. This is a Crackpot McDougall Extravaganza special. Till 10 to till 10. We are back tomorrow night. We're not finished the show. Don't go anywhere. Get your jackets back on. Stay there. Tie the Doberman, pinch your willy up. He can wait for a single fish for a while. Just tell the dog to wait for his single. He might need a Tommy tit, but just blame Tommy G that your dog can't go for a Tommy tit. Yes, he was due to go at 8:30. We're now into 9 o'clock, and we're bringing the show right down. We're bringing it even. We're plumbing the depths that no even the Suicide or the Drum Chapel crackpots couldn't even take us. We're taking it down our own way. And the lines are still open. 0141416 1888. I've got that number there. I'm tempted to phone it. I'm tempted to go in elsewhere because we've got other numbers all over the place. Absolutely over and down with numbers here. Do you know who I'm going to phone? Yes. We need to try. Let's see. Hold on, mate. We'll change this number here. Right, here we go. Stay there. And I've got his number saved safely here. This number gets saved. And we'll give him the old 1888. See if that impresses. It's all about the number. It's all about the timing. Timing is everything. His time could be a good time. We'll just have to see. We'll see how it goes. But we got to try and get in there. Right. Right. Didn't even need it.
Fergus McCann.
Hi, Fergus McCann. It's Thomas Clark here, Celtic Community Radio again. How are you doing, Fergus?
I'm kind of busy right now. I'm sorry I can't speak to you at this point. Sorry.
Oh, sorry again, Fergus. Take care. God bless, brother. Take care.
Thank you. Bye now.
Fergus McCann there. Take care, Fergus. Take care. Fergus, I won't be singing the blues. We can't get him on. Too busy. Sorry, Fergus. Right. Ha ha ha. I forgot about this one. I'm not meant to be phoning him for a while. Right, stay there. This show is continued. This show is going on and on. We're going on and on. On and on and on. Cancel. Deactivate, because I've just seen I've just seen another number there we can go. We can go straight into this. The first one opens up. There's a person here who I've been wanting to speak to for a while. And while we're on it, stay there, crackpots. So there's a few. Yes. Right, stay there. We may be into sudden death now. We've went in the extra time now. This is going to be the equivalent of penalties. We could be into penalties. In fact, the hotel, of course. Right, I've not even checked anything that you've got there. Right, we're getting into extra time then. It looks like we could be taking this right to the limit. A 3-hour spectacular. We went from a 2 hour to a 2.5 to possibly a 3 hour, because there's just so much numbers that I'm just coming up here that I should be calling. When you're having fun, why should we give it up now? That's the way I feel, you know what I mean? Right, because I need to get this number here. Hold on, there'll be somebody I've been wanting to speak to for just a wee while. Be a wonderful. Let me see that open. I should open another page, right, and I'll get all that set. And the name of him was, I think I remember, I don't need ashes. Right, scroll down. Come on. Just have to do a quick copy and paste. Stay there. He never picks up, so there's no point in phoning him. This is the one. Oh no, it's not. It's in the other one. He's gave us his missus number. I don't want his missus number. Right, a little bit of silence here from my friends in the Noise Abatement Society as we load this number up here. Here we go, stay there, hold it tight. Lock down.
Your call has been forwarded to the T-Mobile voicemail.
Hold on, we've got other numbers coming through here. If I could just open this one up. That's the one. Oh, is that now? Is this the one? Aye, this is the one, sorry. There's two ones here and I'm going to get it. Stay there. And I'll go into this one. If I take this one back, and then I'll be going into, is it the sent or the drafts? Is it in the draft or is it in the sent? I think it was in the sent. I sent them, right, okay. So that's in the sent, right. We'll get 3 lots here. So the first number, I should be able to zoom in. Right, so the first number we're going to get here, we'll let them go by, can't be bothered with them. But this one I can be bothered with. This one I most certainly can be bothered with. Let's have some fun. You there, crackpot stereo? Oh, I think they picked up. Where did they pick up? I thought I number. Turns out I didn't. I've got every other number at BDO, but I was looking for the Hearts administrators here. BDO. These are all different names that I've got here. Different names. Different names indeed. Right, it's a busted flush. Right. De-steamifying a motor, let's see. So we've got this one. We've got this one stereo. We could open this one. If we this one here. Well, what number am I flashing here? Off. That was a bad move, that. I forgot I was flashing at 1888. No! He's never going to answer a number like that. You can't phone a zombie. You can't phone a zombie with 1888 and expect them to pick up. You stupid looking clown at him. Yeah, he's repaired on me. I'm a stupid looking clown. Why would I phone a zombie with 1888 showing? Why? Stupid looking, clique it looking. Who's this phoning me? Here we go, this mate. He's phoned back. He phoned back. Is he phoned back? You got the better of him. Somebody's phoning back. Unknown caller, come ahead, yeah, halfway. How can I be so stupid? I just got to be the most stupidest thing I've done on here. Stupid. Sorry, I do apologise, crackpots.
Hello.
Shit, why? Sorry. The reason. Oh my goodness. The reason why I did that, I'd pressed it to hang up before he picked up. Because I've done him before and I'm pretty sure It went to his name, he says his name, and that's a bit I was trying to avoid. Sadly, in that split second, he's picked up. It wasn't him, this man here. Should be phone back. 9:05. Oh, we'll leave it. We'll leave it like that on that one, will we? Can I get him out there? Can I get that? Let's see, maybe this one I'll pick up. Oh, safe thousand.
Into the O2 messaging service. The person you...
Right, right. No, that's not happening there. Right, crackpots, I don't like being an ex-telesales crackpot. I don't really like to phone when it gets past 9 o'clock. It's kind of the unwritten rule. Oh my goodness, somebody help me out. Somebody follow me quick. Give me a follow. Look at the number I've got there. What are you trying to date me? I've got 5,555 followers. Somebody follow me or unfollow me. Don't know. What are you trying to do? I've got the 5555 all on my face, my timeline. Get it out my face. Go away, shoo. Celtic, I've just signed Derek Boringtinger. Have we signed him? Is he in? Is the brother in? Where art thou, brother? See this thing with the Twitter, how can I carry it in? No chance of a show later on tonight. Newcastle United, are they? Hit me with a number, hit me with a number, hit me with a number with a Hilton. Somebody give me a number for a Hilton. Hilton. Right. Somebody get me the Hilton. Where art thou in the Hilton? I've not even checked. And this is just a joke here. BDO. I've got every number. I've got Paul Bates, Matthew Chadwick, Malcolm Cohn, Danny Dartnell, Phil Emerson, Richard Farr, David Gilbert, Simon Gurley, Nick Golston, David Till, Michael, blah blah blah. But I've not got the guy that I thought I had. Is it Jackson? Brian Jackson? What's his number? Anyone? Right, anyone give me the Hilton? Hilton. We've got another 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes till the show goes. We've still time to cause mischief. Hotel rooms only. Anyone know where Man United are? Where's the players? My goodness, thank you. I've just looked here. 1,528 people have tuned in and this show is live. Thank you, each and every last little one of yous. Go phone the bell end too. Who were you talking about? What happened? I phoned up. When, who, where? Rinton, superb. Anybody for the Green Brigade? What a movement, what a wonderful movement that is. When I heard that from my brother earlier on, here we go, unknown caller, here we go. Hello?
Hello, Tommy.
Jim? Hello.
Hello, Tommy.
Who's that?
This is Ian. Phoning
Ian, how
in.
you doing?
A big fan of yours.
How you doing,
big
my
fan
man?
of yours. Super. I'm just wanting to say well done in the show and everything. First time listening in, you're the craziest crackpot I've ever heard on the radio. Fair play to you.
God bless, mate. That's what it's all about. I would phone you back, mate, but I've got no credit to phone unknown numbers. But crack on, my man.
Want to come up unknown?
Aye.
Want to come up unknown? All right, no, I'm phoning for the Free State here, you know. I thought it would come up with my number, you know.
So what are you going to say, my man? What's happening, Ian? What's your point? What's your point,
I'm just phoning up and happy being a Celtic fan as we all are, and I'm just sick of reading Twitter all the time and Celtic fans fighting all the time, be it pyros, be it songs, be it whatever. Everybody should be united. The Huns are dead and we're top of the pile. Do you know what I mean? And just everybody be happy. We've just signed a new guy
debate?
5 minutes ago, you know.
Would you know, sorry, I was going to say, would you not say it's healthy debate that we've got going down as a Celtic community?
Well, it could be, but sometimes it just turns a bit nasty, like, you know. fight me on all, and it's just ridiculous. Like, you're right, it is a debate, you know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes it just gets nasty, and you're just wondering, you know, why are people, you know, like really hating each other, you know what I mean?
Do you think, as some people have pointed out, because I remember listening to a mad crackpot and he admitted making up Celtic, you know, IDs, and then do you think some of the ones who are maybe most disruptive could be zombies in disguise, or do you think they're all genuine Celtic fans? And what type of debates have you seen that have, I mean, is it people just slagging each other off, calling them names, or has it got to the threats of violence or anything like that? Or
I just call each other names anyway. I've not seen any threats of violence, but there's no doubt there are zombies in disguise acting it. Do you know what I mean?
Probably.
And it's just, do you know what I mean? They'll just try to wind us up because they're just jealous, you know. And we shouldn't take their bait. You know what I mean?
I mean, on this show there, just a week or so ago, a zombie came on, tried to imitate everybody was on it, caused all kind of hassle and nonsense on the thing. Me tried to take it on to the Twitter, tried to copy me as well, but I cut him off at the pass because he was trying to put out. But anyway, we've got to be careful. But you're right, we can't be. We can't have or inflict ourselves with this infighting, because that's a zombie disease, would you say?
Oh, but that's what they do best, is fight. Do you know what I mean? Fight with each other, fight with everybody. Do you know what I mean? I know Twitter can be the best thing in the world, but it can be shite and all. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Tommy, just a quick call. I just want to say fair play to you and phoning Pat and Evan tonight and giving them what for. Do you know what I mean?
He's just a rat. I love that Lisbon Lion, brother. I mean, I just love talking to people with a history with Celtic and finding out stuff that, you know, I thought that guy was first quality. He was first top class.
I remember reading a fanzine years ago, and Pat and Evan was in it, and he was saying he was the biggest Celtic fan since sliced bread. Do you know what I mean? And he hated Chelsea, hated playing for Chelsea and all that. Do you remember that? No.
Aye.
And then he turns up, do you know, just a rat. Anyway, I have to go, pal. All right. So God bless. All right.
God bless. Thanks for phoning. Phone any time. This show's for you, mate.
Hey, Bonner, give a shout out to all the boys in exile in the Free State are here, all right?
Listen, tell as many people, mate. Tell them, pass it out. Text them the link. Text people the link and pass it on as many people as possible. And that's the way we get the message out, mate. I can't believe the amount of people who are tuned in tonight and last night, mate. It shows that the people want to have Celtic fans talking about Celtic stuff, you know, and this is the way forward, mate. And I'll keep doing it. I'm here to be a crackpot.
You can't take that Clyde anymore, man. That'd fry your brain. That'd burn your head, man. You know what I mean?
Brain damage time, isn't it?
Guys like Gordon Yale with an IQ of 2, you know what I mean?
Well, here, that's over generosity. You've been over generous there. That's scandalous. You could be going for a ban. You're over quoting him here. You're giving him too much credit.
I know, but he's not even the worst of them, like, you know.
I know.
All right,
but the thing is, good luck. He's the one who's dumb and thick, but the other ones are the ones that I don't like. I'd rather somebody be dumb and thick. At least you can say, well, that's his problem. But these other ones who are clever, conniving, they're the most devious ones. They're the ones you need to watch out, like Jabba Trainer et al. You're the ones who have got
like
an agenda.
The club and company are different and all that. Carry on, you know.
Aye, I know. They're the devious ones, I know. Chick Young and all that, always, and Gordon Waddle and all that, always support Falkirk, shit, and all this, no, they're a joke.
Propagandists, that's all they are, propagandists. And how come it says they support Celtic Rangers? They're all provincial winners, you know.
I know, a joke, an absolute joke.
All right, sir.
God
Take
bless,
it easy.
mate. Take care, right?
Take it easy. Bye.
Here we go. I was in the Free State, Ian, in the Free State. If you're in any state at all, if you're in a fit state, then you give me a call. If you're in the Free State, if you're in the 6 states, if you're in the occupied territories of Belfast, Free Derry, Jenin, Fallujah, if you're in Fallujah, if you're in Kabul, the northwest, south frontier province, if you're in Venezuela, Colombia, whatever it costs, we will give you a call. If I've not got credit, I'll inquire about getting it put onto the subscription and come on and join us here. We need your number. I couldn't get that brother's number out, so we couldn't give him a call back, but fair play to the brother for phoning. If you don't want to give us your number, hide your number, just give us a call. Don't be shy, don't walk on by, give it a try. Gonna someday either follow me or kick me off. Gonna, look, right, hold on. I can't believe, how you've took me up to this number? Get me through it, get me past it, get me out of that 5-5-5 zone. Cannot be doing with that. So if he's on follow, then I'm going to end up getting back to that. So follow me, get followers, just take me another 5, 10, 15 over that, get me away from that. I can't believe I've seen that. Right, who am I phoning? Where am I going? Hilton, right, need to get to Hilton. Hilton, I was going to go, right, Hilton in Glasgow, right. Mike Ashley. Right, Hilton. There we go. What's the number? Right. I could go and get your number there. Hilton Glasgow. Contact number. Right, stay there, crackpots. When I die in embers of this show now, I can only do 3 hours. 3 hour show coming up to a close here. We'll be back tomorrow night, like I said, tomorrow night, 6:30. Somebody's passed this up here, it says I've put it in there. Oh my goodness. He gave us a number with a 555s on it. Oh dear Lord in heaven help me. I've got 5,555 followers and I'm phoning the Hilton 0141204 5555. I'm cuffed, I'm telling you.
Thank you for calling the Hilton Glasgow. Please select one of the following
Also
options.
Dorchester, Dorchester.
For
get me that.
reservations, please press 1. For Thai Tea Lounge and more blasty food and grill, press 2. For meetings and events, press 3. Alternatively, to speak to a hotel operator, press 0 at any time.
Right. I don't say that at the start.
Please hold.
Welcome to the new Hilton Resorts.
One Devonshire Gardens, remember. Here we go. It's on mute.
Good evening, Hilton Glasgow. Please speaking. How can I help?
Oh yeah, can you put me through to Mr. Ashley's room, please?
Mr.
Ashley.
Ashley.
That's Michael.
I don't have a Miss Michael Ashley.
All right, no problem then. He must be in. You got a sister one in the West End. Have you got a contact number for that one?
Yeah, it's 0131 339 8811.
Have you got Mr. Pardew? A Pardew there? Pardew? Alan Pardew?
No.
Okay, no problem. Is it, can you just repeat that number again, sorry?
339 8811.
8811. Okay, thank you. Could they be in that one? Could they be in that one? Are they in the Hilton West End? Are they in the Hilton in the town? Mr. Is it Alan Pardew? Is he the one in there?
Hello and welcome to the Hilton Glasgow Grosvenor. Please choose one of the following options. For Hilton meetings and events, press 1. For please hold.
It's got to be a 0, isn't it? No fast you're last in this game. 16 minutes and counting. Right, has anybody got one Dorchester? Somebody gave me last week. Dorchester.
Evening reception, Claire speaking. How can I help?
Oh, hi Claire, I'm phoning to. Can you put me through to the room of Mr. Ashley, please? Name Michael, first name.
Sorry, what was the surname?
Ashley.
I don't have anyone under that name.
All right, maybe he's under Pardew, Alan Pardew.
No, I don't have anyone under that either.
All right, listen, sorry, I must have got it confused with...
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right, so Alan Pardew's no there. Dembele, them crackpotty, right, who's helping me out here with numbers? Where are we going with this? I've not even looked at your Twitter, right, we're going to see if we can see what's can happen here. There must be a fair hitting then with the amount of people listening tonight. Thank you everyone, one and all everyone. Join me tomorrow night. Join us, we'll be doing the show prior to the game, 6:30. One that Billy, Union, Jack, pick it out, the first one I look at. Right, we're going on a different trip here. Right, could there be Celtic players staying there? Could there be Rangers players staying there? Right, we're going to try a couple. The first one I've heard because I've heard he's there. And it'll be a good one to get, and it was one that I was offered. I was offered this guy when I was chasing the old Chuckles. While I was chasing Chuckles, I was offered this guy.
Good evening, Hotel Divine at Devonshire Gardens.
Yeah, can you put me through to Mr. Mather's room, please?
To who, sorry?
Mr. Mather.
Mr.
Mather, M-A-T-H-E-R. Mather. First name Craig.
I don't know by that name staying, I'm afraid.
All right, no problem at all. Listen, I'm
Sorry
sorry to
about
bother you.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Right, any Celtic players kicking him out? Any players? Right, so he's not in there. So thank you very much for that anyway. Who's this? Krowski? What have you gave his brother? Who have you gave me? Where is it? Where is it? What have you gave me? I'm looking for it. Off. Yay! 5556. Yay! Woo, woo, woo. Thank goodness. Right. Right. Seen some tweets. A very sceptical due to Ajax fans tweeting about him. It's available for tomorrow, so he's definitely confirmed. Right. Oh, you settle down now. Hold on. All right. It's tweeted. All right. Right. Thank you. Injured his ankle out of conference. He's been doubted he won't play because he's injured. Right, everybody, I'm going through all the Twitter here. Thanks for everybody for retweeting. Yes. I'm just going through it. I'll read that all later, but thank you everyone who's joined me here. Thank you for everybody who's added me. You can go back in and hear the Pat Nevin call. It's at the start of the show if you joined late. Pat Nevin, I don't know when you's all joined, but thanks for joining the show. I was going to do 2 hours. 93, right, Connor, James Keane, he's in it. Helsingborg, what is that? Newcastle, it's in the Elfsborg team at the Hilton. Right, we're going to go back to the Hilton. Bangura, right. We're going for Bangura, right, we're going for him. Get back to the Hilton. Hilton Schmilton, let's go. Bangura. Zero.
Thank you for calling Hilton Glasgow. Please select one of the following options. For reservations, please press 1. Please hold.
Or things to do with your family on your next vacation. Visit Hilton.
Good evening, Hilton Glasgow. Billing speaking. How can I help?
Oh yes, hi, good evening. Can you put me through to Mr. Bangura's room, please?
What's the first name?
Mohammed, Mo.
Mohammed. I have no one under that name, I'm afraid.
Oh, right, no problem at all. Listen, I'm sorry to bother you.
Okay.
Thank you, bye.
Thanks.
There's no one with that name, no Bangura. Right, what's this? Boring Tiger. Well, I'm sorry, these are posting us all here, look at this. Right, I'm going through it all, look at all this here, look at these all brilliant, beautiful. Right, did you like I was Jonathan? He's like Jonathan on earlier on. He's wonderful, isn't he? He's just there's got to be a space for Jonathan. I mean, you heard him, he's a Celtic fan. He's got Irish roots as well. He's just wonderful. I have got Alan McCoy's number. Just didn't want to pick up. Remember he picked up a few weeks ago? I have got that. I've got them all. The only one I didn't have was Choco Greens, and I got offered Craig Mathers by old Imrani. Where is old Imrani? Where's old Brian Stockey? Where's Stockbridge? That is getting down with these crackpots. Where's Francisco? Where's my man saying that I try to phone him, I try to phone Stockbridge, I try to phone Imran? They've all been phoned. Just because you don't hear their names mentioned doesn't mean they haven't been phoned in a call on a show. Trust me on that. Look at this. Right. So 60, your name is right next to you. You've got the same numbers that are shared with...
Phone is switched off. Please...
With this person. Right. And Gorham as well. Oft. Yours 4 letters. You've got 4 numbers that are shared by Gora and Imra. Imra and Gora. Imra and Gora. These are the numbers, because on those 4 numbers, 4672, I've got Pulse at 60s, Imran Ahmed and Gorham. We take the 2 away and then it opens up. We've got Gorham, Gordon DL, Imran, and then we've got a couple of my mates, Gordo and... Yes, I wonder if... I'll look at him as well. I've got a QC here, a QC. Knights of the Realm, Lords are a-leaping. Here, this crackpot, the artist taxi driver. What a guy this guy is. Artist taxi driver. See if he's about, see if he's kicking about. He's coming up to Glasgow. We mean to speak to him. What a guy. Exposing the banking cabal. Well, if you're half-wits don't want to phone in, then we've kept our show into overtime, sudden death overtime. We're in the final furlong here. If I could type in a number, that would be good. That would be ticket boot 40. No, it's not right. It's good, but it's not right. Right, let's see.
Mark?
Oof. Marky boy's not out. Marky boy isn't out. Right, hold on. Right, we'll go for Craigie boy. We'll get the Craigie boy. You got to love it. You got to love the Craigie boy. You can't have enough of Craigie. You just cannot have enough of the Craigie fella. I've got another number here because apparently that number is... I wonder who's got this number. It's a London number that gets flashed up. I wonder who's...
It has not been possible to connect your call.
Away you go, Craigie boy. You're horrible last night. You never gave me a soundbite. Just wanted a wee inny teetsy weetsy soundbite. But not to worry. Not to worry. Right, so I'll get him on. Come on. Sure it is. So yeah, we've had Fergus McCann. Fergus McCann's been on, but he was too busy to talk, so come on, Fergus, you can do better than that. You can do better, Fergus. Right, hold on, I want to find out.
Sí.
Hello, Francisco Sandaza. See, he hang up. See, he hang up. See. Francisco, we love you. We love you, Francisco. See, I sounded exactly the same, didn't I? He says, I just put him on a bad trip. Francisco Sandaza. We love the Franny. Oh, yes, we do. Go spend the money of Sevco. We love the Franny, we do. Go spend Sevco's money. Go yourself,
The
Franny
number you
boy.
have called is not recognised.
There's
Please check
Gavin
the number.
Masterton. Change his number. Oh, Gavin Masterton. Ha ha. Shove your head up your chuves. Francisco, I couldn't help myself there. As soon as I heard him pick up. Cici Barocchi. Cici Barocchi. I wonder where he is. I hope you're not spending it in illegal ways, old Franny boy. Take care of that cash, brother. Take care. Now that's made my night. I just topped it off there. A wee CC Barocchi. It's always good at getting hello for Archie boy, isn't it? Right, there's nothing else to be said there. So we've had Francisco with a wee C. We've had No Can Do from the Bold Fergus. We had the Parrot, the West End, the North End, the South Side, the East End with a full tie-in with all the schemes across Glasgow. We had the Wonderful Brother, GWC from CELTICway.net, all the way down to the Yorkshire Pony, the Shetland Pony, Yorkshire Styley. You're talking about Yorkshire Pony. Well, hold on, how long we go? Minutes to go. Ponies, saddle up and ride those ponies, crackpots. We've got one last call to make. One last call to make. Where are we? Come on, they must have it. So was it drafts? It wasn't drafts, it was in the sent pile. I wish I could. I should just, I don't know. I leave them everywhere. Come on. I just don't know where. I should be more thingy, but at least I know where they are. And there has been ones when I've struggled to, get it and get a hold of it, but you get there in the end. I always remember where I put them. They're just strewn all over everywhere. If Pat Nevin wants to come into my car, he can analyse where I take all these numbers from.
The number you have called is not recognised.
I've heard that he must stay just a short walk away from the BBC studios, because I heard him on 5 Live. I just have to walk over to my house. So anytime you need a taxi from the BBC to there, Paddy boy, I'll give you a lift, my man. I'll give you a lift. Right, we're going to saddle up and ride this Shetland pony. Ride this Shetland pony here, see if we can get on the Shetland pony. Answer.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service.
Right. Sadly, time looks like he's beating us. I've done extension and another extension. There can be no more extensions. We've maxed out our overdraft. We've maxed it out like a crazy bankster. We went into double bubble. We're into sudden double time overtime, and we still can't prize us apart. I would still sit here for hours and hours. But it is coming to an end indeed. There we go. Need to demystify, de-steamify with the Windies. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing, back tomorrow. Thanks for all your tweets. I'll go through it all. I'll message you eventually. When I did my show yesterday, I had to run away for a couple of hours, but eventually came back. So later on, I'll check through it all. I can't thank you all enough. Yeah, so we had Pat Nevin on. Got to give him his due. At least he sat there and spoke. And we've still got part 2 to finish with him, God willing. Part 2, Paddy boy. And part 3 will be the conversion. We'll try to get Pat converted back. Yes, never give up hope. He might have disowned us. We'll bring him back to the fold. Come back, Patrick. Come back, Patrick. Right, we're playing out now here with, well, if you want to call a sectarian song, this, the Soldier song. There once was a time when they tried to bandy this in. I remember a time I did make to Radio Snide and ripped him a new one about actually trying to quantify the Soldier song as being sectarian. And that is the message I want to put out here. And I think the point that Pat was trying to do was not try to lead us down an alleyway. Maybe it was, maybe you perceived that, but the thing about sectarianism and bandying us in together, not being able to quantify what songs you deem in the Celtic repertoire that are harmful. There's no, it has to be said that, call a spade a spade. If they're singing racist, bigoted songs that are about go home, the famine's over and up to their knees, then I'm sorry, I don't want to be associated with that and baddied in. And there's two sides to the same coin argument. Doesn't wash at all. I'm trying to load up this wonderful song, Soldier song, and it's failing to load. If it doesn't load now, I'm in big trouble. I need it now. Come on. I ain't got long because it goes. It's no loading. I'm trying. Why have I not loaded this up earlier? I'll just put it on there in the last couple of minutes. Crackpots. Okay, it's not loading. all together. Sorry for the singing. Soldiers are we, whose lives are pledged to Ireland. Some have come from a land beyond the sea. God bless them, sworn to be free. No more our ancient Ireland shall shelter the despot or the slave. Tonight we'll man the banner wheel in Erin's cause. God bless whoever will sing you a song, a soldier's song. We will chant a soldier's song. Oh, together now, soldiers are we. Tomorrow night, hail, hail, half